Welcome to the Wild Magic School Bus. This Dungeons & Dragons podcast may contain fantasy violence, language, and most likely a mimic or two. Content warnings can be found in the episode description. Alright, with all that out of the way, let's buckle up and open a back window, because it's time to start the adventure. I went beast mode once. Hello, everybody, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Wild Magic School Bus, the most unprofessional D&D podcast you will ever encounter. I am, of course, your ostentatious DM, Calvin Piper.
Big word, Calvin.
Yeah,
big word.
That's the only word you get tonight.
No more speaking, I guess. Who wants to go first?
Hello, yes, I am Will. I am your ostentatious male lizard folk artificer. Yes, I play a Glyph Coldfront Kazidi, and I'm looking forward to how things go tonight.
What was the word? Ostentatious?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Michelle Piper. I play Kenneth Quinn. I almost blanked right then. Next.
Hi, my name is Matt. I am still Asian. I was not here last week. Go back to episode.
That changed last week, actually.
It's fine.
Not Asian anymore.
I wasn't here last week, but as far as I know, my character's name is still TBD.
And he is still very ostentatious.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm your Austin, Texas. I couldn't do it.
Did you Google that?
No, I'm looking for my character name.
Google that.
Hi, I'm Drew. I'm your Austin, Texas player named Zeph. I mean, hold on. I'm playing Zeph. The Draconian.
Nailed it.
Oh shit, I have to go. Hey, I'm Preston. I play Lucius Kane, someone that is way happier than he should be. Kapow.
You sound like you couldn't be bothered to be here.
I'm also 18, and so I'm struggling with this whole having enthusiasm in public thing.
Sorry, it sounds like
Oh my gosh,
Preston's at
I
summer
love being
school
here.
right
Hey
now.
guys, it's Preston. I love D&D, and I love you guys, and I love you, the viewer. Thanks for being here. Anyways, on to...
Make sure to like, comment,
real quick.
subscribe.
I think it's a listener, Preston. I don't think
It's definitely not a
Viewer.
viewer.
That sounded so forced.
It's not
Okay.
YouTube.
They can tell that you don't like them.
Go back to the other way.
Oh, you really?
Yeah, just say you're ostentatious, Jesus.
Moving
Liz.
on to the next one.
And I'm Liz playing Ohiana, the 21-year-old tiefling bard.
Cool. Love these cold openings. We'll get better, I hope and pray.
No, we won't.
It's very cold.
That was the best one we've ever had.
I don't
Peaked at episode 1.
That was the only good one that we ever did. So
That's what Kelsey found.
I have nothing else, but thanks everyone for being here tonight. I guess let's just jump into episode 3 of the Wild Magic School Bus. I told you. So, last time we were here, the band of adventurers who, given the, twist of fate, all seemed to come together under, strange circumstances, were involved in a strange explosion on the docks of Copper Cove in the continent known as the Brasslands. After the explosion and the seeming attack and escape of some thieves and thugs, the group was then seemingly under the table hired by the Portmaster Demir, to investigate why this happened and to ensure it did not happen again. After kind of hemming and hawing about the politicalness of this new endeavor, everyone seemed to agree that not going to jail for using magic in a magicless land seemed to be the best option. So you rallied together, decided to check out a few leads to see if you could get some more clues about what happened and why. You were sent to the shipyards where one upcycler known as Crandon Belly, a hobgoblin metalsmith, provided you with a little bit of information about the makes and models of these automatons that you had located. You then went to the next individual who might know a thing or two about the underbelly of the city, one Ringmaster Dimitri, who provided you with another lead of somebody who might know a thing or two before offering a bit of respite and reprieve from your day's travels. You all decided to rest and get a good night's sleep before waking up the following day to continue your investigation into this mystery. So, the party finds themselves up, refreshed, your long rest taken, your hit points returned, your spells restored.
Incredible. I'm feeling great. Greater than ever.
What would you like to do?
I wake up and I blink very slowly because I slept the entire night with my eyes open. It's very dry.
You gotta quit doing stuff like that, man.
Just be myself.
It's enough.
Then you gotta deal with it.
No.
You can leave anytime you want.
Yeah, he's right about that.
I mean, you could if you'd like to.
Just blink once in a while. That's all I'm asking. That's it.
Here, how about you remind me for once in a while?
All right. I can do that.
All right, can we try right now? Can we try right now?
Do it now. You look kind of like a frog, you know, when they do that, like one blink, then the other blink. You almost got it. Basically, you do it.
I'm really out of practice.
You do it at the same time. It's like a, you know.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try it next time. I'll remind you in about 5.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's not your voice.
It is now.
Where's the latrine?
It's kind of a. What I've gathered, it's kind of just a go where you go kind of thing.
Done.
No, there is a pee corner.
Lucius, for once, is actually visibly disturbed.
All right. Well, why he takes care of that?
All right, where are we going?
Yeah.
actually?
What did we find out from Dimitri? Where do we?
We found out here.
No, he just told me. So,
Purposely didn't take notes on this.
he essentially told me a place that would almost like an entrance to an underbelly, to where perhaps people could get things that are not of the most legal sort. So essentially to go to the market and look for a particular dealer and asking for a particular item. I was thinking perhaps if myself and maybe 1 to 2 other people who are cool under pressure could potentially come with me.
Lucius raises his hand.
Yes, did you have a question?
No, I'm volunteering because I'm very cool under pressure. Look, feel my skin.
I'm fine, thank you.
I'd just like to point out that there are 2 members of this adventuring party that are cold-blooded, so if you did need to acquire cool...
They also,
Well, if you're cold, that'd be bad for you, right? Because you're cold-blooded.
you also work with the law, too?
Yeah, please don't take this offensively, but you seem very...
Snitches. Right?
Very lawful good.
Likely.
Lawful good.
Yeah, you seem like you're really kind of sticklers for the rules.
It looks like you got. It's like you're a puppet.
Good.
I feel like that's kind of like an ambiguous term. Based
What
on
I
the way it's said.
appreciate,
It's pretty ambiguous.
I think your intent, I mean,
Are you morally flexible?
this is like an investigation.
Yeah, I mean, you don't set the rules aside. You still operate within the rules that were given. The rules that were given are more loose. Yeah, pliable.
Bendy.
You know?
I start bending my...
Yeah, I mean, she kind of just said under the table, which implies a little bit of skeeviness.
Right, we follow orders. We don't like pledge our services to a golden god of virtue.
Yeah, I mean, we're not police officers or
I
paladins or something.
I understand. That's cool. Good to know. So you're only going with like 2 people? Because I feel like if we're going to the criminal underbelly, I think we should bring everyone here because we all look like not normal people.
I was thinking at the very least, if we all knew what we were looking for and what we were going to say to that person, then we could scatter and identify it, and then
come back together and do this whole thing.
Listen, I'm down for a lot, but do I feel comfortable bringing this child
Yeah, I can,
down to the underbelly?
you can do backflips, right?
At this point, you guys realize TBD is not there.
Oh, well, I turn around and play nothing.
Well, goddamn, where'd he go?
Brief
Seen him
investigation.
since yesterday.
Brief investigation. He is sitting out, cross-legged, facing the morning sun, just kind of like in a state of just kind of like meditation.
Oh, he's best
Oh,
king.
you can meditate, man. He can definitely kick someone's ass.
So I just go beside him, and I also cross my legs, put your rifle across him, and just mimic the pose and just embrace the warmth of the sun as I start the day.
Typical wizards.
Let me read the descriptions of my cantrip.
Okay.
All right, so we never clear.
So, Kenneth,
Yeah.
how would you feel about taking a small adventure?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
No, I
mean,
adventure. I love
Coming out
adventure.
of my zen-like trance. I feel like she just said she doesn't want to do it.
no, that ain't what I said. I said I didn't feel comfortable bringing a child
Well,
down to a seedy place. That's all.
Fine. I can hold my own.
I think maybe we should get to know a little bit more about this child.
Air quotes.
Yeah,
He
here's
air
the-
quotes that.
Child.
Here's the thing, do we know what any of us can do, really? I mean, that was kind of just a hodgepodge.
I showed you everything I can do.
Okay, right on, you've got no tricks.
No, I got a lot of tricks.
You just said you showed everything.
Are you daft?
I don't know.
Like, tell everyone, like, what we're bringing to the table.
More or less, like, capabilities, so that way, you know, if, like, oh, I'm relying on, you know, Ohiana to help me with something.
I saw you like shoot them like 3 times.
Yeah,
like
but
perfect,
that don't,
like in the head.
listen,
like,
but that don't mean I'm real good at talking to folks. Or
yeah, but you can shoot them, and which is way more important.
I agree.
That's why we have Ohiana.
Yeah, I mean, I found it's kind of like equally
Ohana's like
important.
can talk out of their ass for like hours on end. It's so impressive.
It would allow us to come up with a game plan or a plan of attack, a battle plan, whatever you want to call it.
Exactly.
Well, I think
You
we're
got to
missing
know
that
what pieces are on the board before you figure out where you're going to move them.
Yeah, but also like all this time planning, we could be actually playing the game.
Well, we could be walking for sure.
I mean,
Oh,
you can
yeah,
whistle
Wait,
while
wait,
you
wait,
work.
wait.
You could go.
Do we feel comfortable bringing all of us? Does that not seem like it might raise suspicions with a whole entire party as opposed to just like 1 or 2 people going to gain access to the underbelly? Does that not seem like it would raise suspicions to anyone else?
I mean,
Well, I think
fit into
for
small
sure.
places.
I think honestly, like this triangle right here is probably the best for the criminal underground thing. This triangle of people. So like me.
But you think that knowing absolutely nothing about
I feel
everyone
No.
else's capabilities.
I said nothing about that. I just think that if we're attempting to get into the underbelly, at least the initial inspection or this at least initial contact should not be made by more than perhaps 2, maybe at most 3 of us.
Okay.
You don't like the idea of us all knowing what we're looking for and going looking for.
Kenneth will slap her thighs and say, all right, enough talking, more walking, let's go. And
Yeah.
I will start walking, and where I presume this place to be, I have no
Make
idea.
roll a d20.
You know, I appreciate your leadership, and I'm going to
19.
Ooh.
I'm going to start following her.
Yeah, I like how
You start walking towards the town.
So
I mean, we literally have nothing else to go on.
yeah.
I mean,
Is anybody following me?
Someone
I'm
taking
following.
Yeah, I mean, someone taking the initiative is good enough for me.
Hey, kid, come on.
I just climb on
I just no.
Between my wings.
I'm yelling this to catch everyone. I will say, Ohana has a good point, but I think a couple of us should just struggle behind it, and we're obviously going to communicate what
I think that's a
learn from each
solid
other.
idea.
You stay back so you can shoot them.
Blink. Thank you.
No problem.
It's unnerving.
Oceana's
I
looking
don't
for
like
the
it.
market.
Right before you, obviously everyone has started out in front of you. Right before you leave, you're walking away from the tents, and you see Dimitri is kind of leaning against his tent, a small steaming cup of something in his hands as he watches you walk by. These are interesting friends you have found yourself with.
They are most definitely that.
You doing all right?
Sure.
Beware, Ohiana. Don't get into too much trouble.
I make no guarantees.
That I have no doubt. As he kind of turns around and just
Nice to meet you. Great place. Love your corn-covered tube steaks.
You weren't there. You kept walking.
I'll take just a moment.
No, I'm just shouting this as I'm walking through the tent. Your corn-covered tube steaks are great.
As we're kind of walking through, I turn and look back and make sure Ohiana's with us, and I say, in some cultures, Ohiana means family. So, family means no one gets left behind. How about you jump in?
What?
This stretch was brought to you by Will Wright.
That was not a stretch. Ohana and Ohiana are literally one snide pronunciation away from being the exact same thing.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it.
Thanks, Drew.
I
Thanks,
actually
Preston.
really appreciated the build-up.
Anyways,
Solid build-up for no payoff. That's what I promised to everyone.
Make a investigation or perception. I will let you decide.
can she have advantage because we're all helping or no?
If you want to assist,
I would like to
What,
assist. They're doing an investigation to find the location of this place, right?
The CD
I'm looking for the
underbill?
market.
Yeah.
Wait.
Didn't
You looking for the market? I mean, literally, we know where it is.
Well, I'm looking for a
For the
specific
person.
vendor.
Oh,
Right.
good.
Why?
with
No
advantage.
Hey, way to go. You cursed Preston's dice.
No, it's fine. Whenever I touch it, it's just Liz.
It rolled well for me earlier.
Yeah.
That's a 20. For
Nat
a total
20.
of 22.
Very good.
I don't know about you.
I'm 22.
But I'm rolling 22.
Arriving at the marketplace just shortly after sunup, the market is now beginning to come awake. Vendors are beginning to open up their carts, set up shop, open up their storefront, set objects and items and food articles out, and the early shift of workers is coming through. Mothers of small children to buy, food and supplies. Farmers heading out for the day, grabbing a few things before they leave. It's a rather kind of large, open, almost horseshoe-shaped area with most of the storefronts kind of like opening up to let people in, and a few kind of parallel lines of like carts or tents that have been set up out here. But looking around very easily, as you were looking around, what are you specifically?
I'm looking for the for someone selling tapestries.
And without issue, after about 10 minutes of going around the horseshoe, you see one small shop, very slim, as it's kind of wedged between two other larger buildings, that holds no sign or anything like that, but the door is open, the awning is out, and piled up against the wall and in small wicker baskets are large rolled up fabric rolls, all of which have beautiful designs on just the parts you can see, are very, very well done. And you can see one older gentleman kind of sweeping out near the front, and a small older lady who is inside kind of like putting smaller tapestries, kind of hanging them up, letting them unroll, and kind of like seeming to brush them out or something. Both look to be probably not well past their prime, but old enough to get up early and go to bed late.
So 30.
You got me there. But yeah, so they're both heading out there, and as you guys walk by, you see the older gentleman kind of looks up and says, top of the morning to you.
Good morning, how are you today?
Fine. It's good weather out here we're having today.
Yes, of course,
Oh,
lovely.
yeah. Whereabouts you from? Sounds pretty familiar.
Oh, is that now?
Nothing. Never mind.
Are we supposed to
Well, is there something I can help you?
Yeah, I'd like to do a quick look-see around your shop. I'm looking for any tapestries that kind of display the battles, as it were, the Draconian Ordinance, if you have any of those.
Oh, yeah, we got historical tapestries. Yeah, they're off in the back here. Go
Only
ahead.
an 8. I don't think I find
8?
Oh,
You do find one, actually.
Hey.
Yeah, 8's not terrible. Yeah,
What's it
it's all
about?
right. This seems to be one of the small tapestries, maybe about a foot and a half long by about 16 inches wide. This tapestry is a coat of arms of the Draconic Ordinance, but an older one, older than any of the coats that you've seen before. But similar. Almost like if someone were to redo their brand and like jazz it up, you can recognize it, but looks older than the coat of arms that you're used to seeing on.
Just like to ask, how much do you think this would be worth to you? How much you're selling it for, I guess, would be a better question.
The old man kind of leans back in and he's like, "Oh, that one. Oh gosh, I don't know what happened. His voice suddenly changed.
He's a very old man.
That one's. I gotta remember how he talked. That one's gonna be that's really about 2 silver. Is that?
How many you got?
How about for the last 2 remaining members of the Draconian Ordinance? How much then?
Are you members of the Ordinance? I didn't know that.
Zeph and Glyph, you know.
That's amazing. I've never met anybody from the Draconic Ordinance.
It'd be pretty hard.
That might be too soon for that one. It's pertinent, it's a good joke, but it hurts.
Great joke, even.
I know, maybe not.
Oh,
Also,
sure.
I think it's draconian, not so much draconic, I believe. I'm not. You say how you want. Your culture.
Maybe that's why it looks different.
Could be before the revision.
Oh, well, this is a font of information.
I don't even know what we came here for in the first place, but I'm glad we found
I
this.
think we have a new quest.
Sure. So are you gonna take it for? I mean, I'd give it to you for silver. I mean, because you're members and all.
I've literally got no money.
I'm right there with you.
All.
I mean, you'd think working in the military we'd have some sort of stipend.
Kid. Louder so that everyone can hear you respond, kid.
I also have no money.
Right, I'm just going to take a peek-see. Lucian, would you happen to have a couple silver in your casket?
Who?
Lucian, you in your casket? Do you have
Who?
You?
Lucius. He's very touchy about it.
Oh, damn.
I remember.
I just corrected this guy for mispronouncing and then I pronounced his wrong. Feel bad.
How much was it?
Like a silver, you know.
Okay, perfect. How about I grab this for you, and then you fellows might do a bit of grocery shopping?
Make sure to get cornmeal.
Is it a mission? Does that sound like a,
Yes,
sound like a mission?
it is quite the mission.
I think it sounds like
I'll do
a
it.
vital thing to do for our.
I mean,
Honestly,
sustenance is a part of a mission,
party
so
and
I'll do
then
that.
Kenneth and I will finish up here.
That's fine, yeah.
Could we have some more coin to requisition the necessary?
How much do you need?
However much we would need to grocery shop with, maybe a little more.
We eat in a mess hole.
I need to make a note that nobody has gold apparently.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow, did nobody put gold in their equipment?
No, sure didn't.
know.
We work for the military,
Uncle
so
Orwell
like we're
really
used to
just
just
kicked
getting.
me out.
I didn't know
food
you're
and
supposed to
stuff
get
we
paid
need
for
and
working
not
at a
getting-
circus.
Yes.
I mean, a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
He literally was butt naked a day ago.
We have a little bit of gold stashed away in the barracks, like.
I will say for right now, all of you have 10 gold just to start.
Hell yeah,
Except for you.
brother.
Benevolent. Wait, except for who?
Except for him.
I thought you
TBD.
pointed at me as like,
No,
Because it wouldn't make sense.
because I'm singling you out.
just a
Will.
jerk.
So I will say for right now you have 10 gold. That's pretty. That's a pretty penny.
Oh, hell, I already have it in my inventory. What happened?
Unless I need to change it for some reason or another, I would just give you gold so that you can start this adventure.
fair.
Because, dear God, I thought you all had a little bit of gold somewhere.
Nice to
Guess we're washing dishes this campaign.
Yeah.
So,
We're gonna spend a whole session watching.
I like that.
I'll bring in a bowl so we can, like,
Can
clink
we
around.
roll to see how well
Right,
we did?
so yeah,
How many
just so-
plates did we break?
if you could write the note down real quick, we'll take care of it.
Yep, perfect. Yeah, if you could just grab these supplies and these ingredients and then take them back to the circus, that would be beautiful.
Circus. What do I go back to? Is like home base? Mm-hmm. Okay, that's fine. No, I guess we'll do it.
Alright, very nice.
We've got a mission. We're out of here.
Nice.
Come on, kid.
alright, so the three of you go out to buy groceries.
It's
And-
bullshit that I want to go shopping.
Yeah, it is.
How the turn
tables.
With your Draconian Ordinance
Yes.
tapestry.
Yes, the OG tapestry. I'll make sure to clarify. The Oct.
After they leave, Oceana and Kenneth, staying behind, go up to the
And this little fella.
You stuck with us.
No, we took the kid with us. He's grocery shopping.
Okay. This one, yeah.
That's okay. I'm a wallflower.
Big, tall, scary little fellow.
The little fellow that doesn't
You know, for
blink.
somebody who's so like frightening, he just kind of blends in with the furniture sometimes.
Oddly enough, he
horrifying.
does.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You
It's
come
like
around,
a lampshade that gives you the oogies.
it's like when you come around a corner and you
just-
kind of
just-
see something out of the corner of your eye, except he's the opposite. You come around a corner, you don't see him, but then he's there.
Hey, just feel like if you ever feel lost, just I'm probably there.
I'm not comforted
If
by
you
that
feel what?
very much.
If you, ever,
Blink.
if you ever feel alone, just remember I might be there.
Oh god.
We need to make like a bird call or something so I can just like, and then you could go.
This guy.
That's perfect. That way I'll know if you're nearby. Perfect.
So Oriana would love to go up to the shop worker and ask them, excuse me, perhaps
Yes.
do you happen to have a blue tapestry of a new dawn?
Blue tapestry of a new dawn. I don't know. Let me go see. And he starts to rummage around, pulling out a couple different tapestries and starting to look at them. As he's as he's going through, he after about 2 minutes of kind of like looking through all his stuff, he just kind of walks. He just kind of like scratches his head. He's like, yeah, I got new blue tapestries, but I don't know anything about a new dawn. Is there more specific? And as he says that, you hear a voice coming from the back rooms. Don't worry, Austin. I'll help her out. I said, Imad. This is my other. This is the store, one of the workers. Imad. He helps me with the tapestries. Imad, you wanna? He's like, absolutely. And he's like, all right, he'll take care of you. And he just kind
He was
of totters
being
off
honest,
to go.
wasn't He knows nothing, does he?
No.
Sounds like an inside joke.
But as the gentleman who's now known as Austin walks away, Imad steps up, and this individual, you can see the tall, fine features and the ebony, dark skin of this elf as they walk up, kind of brushing some fibers off of a leather jerkin that they have on, and they kind of walk up to you, standing actually slightly taller than you. Being as tall as you are, but kind of looking down at you with a air of suspicion. You are looking for a new dawn tapestry.
Yeah, you got that.
I am.
Might I ask who recommended such a tapestry?
Now listen, buddy. I don't think.
I was not speaking.
Well, typically, I don't think
Would
people are supposed to give their sources away.
Would it be enough to say that I heard about it from
You're so
a friend?
tough.
Your
Make a
hands
persuasion
are
check.
moist.
Your highest stat is that you're off-putting.
You should be off.
Your cholesterol says you should be
It's a
off-putting.
dirty 20.
You watch as this dark elf kind of looks you over. For you, I'll make an exception. So, to what do I owe this introduction?
I was curious about the purchase of unlocked automatons.
That I know a thing or two about. Seeing as that is my realm of expertise. Are you interested in collecting one?
I am, perhaps. I was curious about the current going rate.
Well, that's... Austin, I'm going to show her one of the more in-process tapestries in the back. Will be but a minute. Ah, that's fine. Yeah, take her back there. Anyhow, as I was saying, this one was made by my great-grandfather, as he's, like, regaling...
This to me?
Yeah, to you. I don't know if you're interested or not, but he
I
just
love
started...
stories.
Oh, yeah, so he's
I'm
just
in it.
regaling you with a story about this giant tapestry in the front.
Oh, hell yeah.
As Imad turns around and begins to walk towards the back. You follow, I assume.
I'd like to go with her.
You do?
Yeah. Bodyguard and all that.
Thank you.
He pays you no mind.
Hell yeah.
As he kind of walks towards the back, and you can see in this kind of a back room, a little bit taller than the main room itself. See, probably the second story was it's replaced by this room. Very tall, and there is a large loom that is attached to one side. However, as he kind of walks back there, he sits down at the little stool, kind of spins around, opens up a small drawer, and pulls out a book and begins to open up and start flipping through it. And he goes, "As you have already probably been informed, unmarked automatons are illegal. So the price varies depending on your needs, the amount, the purposes of your automatons, and the time in which I can acquire the parts that I need. So, tell me what you're looking for."
If I were perhaps looking to acquire the at least partial crew for a ship to guard some cargo, as it were. So it would probably be a mix of both a variety of people, but then also the automatons. So I would say maybe 4 of them. What would the rate be for them?
They'd have to be pretty decent at combat, too.
Four automatons designed for combat and guarding of cargo. I would say that'd run you per automaton with time and resources about 150 gold apiece.
You said he has a ledger,
What
right?
He has a small book that he has opened up right now.
What's in that book?
Make
Let's
a
see,
perception
okay.
check if you want to try to.
A what check?
Perception.
Okay.
What would be, you said reasonable?
19?
19?
Yeah.
With a 19, you can see the page that he has currently open shows a list of components and also dates and names next to some components that only have a few. Again, it's like the slash marks, so like tally marks. He has names and dates next to some of them that have maybe 1 or 2 tally marks next to them.
Any names that I can recognize, or
None that come immediately to your attention.
can I try to memorize the name?
Sure. You get 1 name.
Okay.
You get the name. Give me 1 second. You get the name. You get the name Gabor.
Sorry.
You said that price for 150 was with adequate time. What is that time frame?
Currently, maybe 12, 14 days. You must understand I don't keep the parts here in the shop or anywhere that would arouse suspicion. It takes time and energy to coordinate all of those moving components.
Oh, of course. If perhaps someone was to need them more expeditiously, what would be the increased rate then?
Well, that price I can't truly give you up front, as I don't know what it would cost out of pocket. You see, this isn't legitimate business, so I don't change the price based on supply and demand. I change the price based on how much it costs me, so. But a safe bet, perhaps another 25 gold per unit.
Duly noted.
Are you looking to make a purchase on these 4 automatons, or?
Quite possibly.
Interesting.
As obviously I am a young tiefling, I have a business partner.
Oh.
And must absolutely run these kind of things by them.
Of course, of course.
And so they had asked me to simply come and gather the information.
Right,
So,
absolutely. Absolutely.
Would it be alright if I said give us about 48 hours and we will get back with you?
Not at all, not at all. Take all the time you need.
Thank you. I appreciate all the information.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, righto.
You just had to be a part of it. That was all that was. It was nothing other than that.
100%.
I was still here, by the way.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's
Your character
all I
dibs.
currently have.
As you guys begin to leave out the back
That's
room
cool
and head
as
near the
hell,
front,
man.
you hear him close the ledger and put it away. And one more thing. As you return to your business partner, maybe ask them for a better cover story next time.
We said you're lying.
Good day. As he turns around and goes back to the loom and starts.
Nobody asked you,
And
buddy.
starts.
Bye.
See you later, cool guy.
She thought she was getting away with so much, but she wasn't.
You rolled a natural 20 on his insight check.
Oh, beans.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Whoops. All right, so once we are way out of earshot,
Oh hell yeah!
I'm gonna try to
so
signal
hot, wasn't
to
it?
Okiana with my eyebrows, like we're snatching that thing, aren't we? I'm not saying it out loud, but I'm like wiggling, you know, like little nudge, nod. All right, cool.
Can I ask like Austin around like something that will compliment my coffin on my back? Like right there.
Oh my, are you thirsty for compliments?
Yeah, actually, so tell me what the coffin looks like.
The coffin is extremely ornate.
Okay.
I would feel like it's like the main like it's outlined with like silver with like a obsidian like actual casing.
So, like, if Antonio Banderas had to live in a coffin.
Oh, that's
Yes.
so hot.
Okay.
But
What
with
color?
way less sweat.
What color is the wood?
What color is the wood? The wood is like the wood is definitely a darker gray kind of wood.
Okay.
It's very ominous. Very
Okay.
spooky.
Austin's colorblind, my guy.
He offers you one suggestion.
Uh-huh.
There's a tapestry that he has, maybe about area rug size, maybe by 3 foot by 6 foot. It is a picture of a kind of almost mist-covered background with like some faint blues and grays all kind of like interlaid on each other. But in the foreground, there is kind of a dark green, almost mossy forest floor and a large like tree that just kind of like billows
hell
up
yeah.
and like takes
I
the
love
front
trees.
of it. A darker tree, maybe like a dark brown, almost black wood design with like these streaks of maybe like almost metallic silver in the threading to kind of give it almost like a shimmer. And the foliage of the tree is just this like almost like sickly red like leaves and flowers.
Okay. I take the. I was like, can you take a couple steps back, Austin? I know you're just like load the casket off.
And he's like, oh, what the hell is
And like I undo the latch. I never open it. I undo the latch. And I'm like, hey.
Did you shake it?
I shake it. Yeah.
You got as something rattles around in there.
Oh, hey.
Eliandris!
You hear what?
Look at this. I'm decorating you. Look at
You gonna shove that tapestry? Like,
No, not in there.
There's like a faint kind of gray mist that kind of almost like dry ice kind of leaks out of it for a second.
Oh, hell yeah.
Don't breathe that.
I love it.
How? We love it. I say, like, him not seeing
We're
anything.
gonna have to kill that.
We
casket.
love it. How much for it? I put it back on. redo the latch.
How strong are you?
Smart.
Very not.
I mean, I give you I give it to you for 5 silver.
5 silver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I love supporting local businesses. You want gold instead?
Sure,
Okay.
I'll take.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
All right, because
I'm with you, brother.
all right.
I
Flip
hate
the gold
listen.
coin at him.
Oh god, he kind of like bobbles it. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, okay, have a good one.
You too.
Have a good one.
Okay.
Edith, you're not gonna believe what I just saw. He just kind of turns around. Does that end your guys' time here?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm so happy.
Okay. You head out to the market, and after about maybe 5-10 minutes of looking around, you run into the 2 Draconians with their small child friend.
Ward.
Hey, DM, I have a
Charge.
question.
Yes.
While I'm thinking about it, because I'll soon forget. Did it look like he disabled anything when he opened that drawer? Did there look like there was...
With a 19, no, there did not seem to be any traps on it. Make a...
I'm just thinking back to that encounter and how
No.
dismissed I was by him and
make
how
an
much
intelligence. Make an intelligence check for me.
my feelings were hurt. Oh, intelligence. I'm great with that.
Did you just throw in your coffee cup?
No, it's
Oh my gosh.
You're so dexterous.
Super dead.
Oh, so
That was
close.
so close. It was almost a nat 20. 2.
Yep.
Natural.
No, I'm sorry. You don't count right. That's almost a nat 1.
No. I'll ask Okiana since my brain is so fuzzy. Hey, Okiana, did you see anything magical or notice anything magical while we're in there?
No, that wasn't for that.
Oh.
You,
no.
you definitely didn't see anything magical locking or trapping of that drawer.
Okay.
How was Austin? Is he a cool guy?
I mean, he seemed like a great
I was just
stand-up
asking.
guy. Yeah,
I wonder if he's from
absolutely.
the town that I was from. We sounded a little similar, you know?
Yeah?
Yeah, we did.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
I didn't ask him.
I
was-
asked, but he
Yeah,
said,
that was his
what? He
great
said, what?
great grandfather's tapestry, that big one in the center. He's talked about like how like he was in love with like an elven princess and then like went away.
Oh yeah, we've all
That's
been
like-
there, right, Bunny?
No,
Oh, man.
I've read about it though.
yeah.
It's okay. I've never been in love. It's kind of nasty.
As another fly just crawls across one of his eyes.
Oh hey, I missed you.
You know when flies land, they poop, right? You know that.
Well, if
That's all over your corneas, my man.
well, it's probably better than the stuff you're putting in your mouth.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
She was bad for you.
Twing!
There's a spittoon
Okay.
everywhere. There's
Everything's a spittoon if you try hard enough.
you stay away from me.
How stealthy are you?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah. I mean, not too terribly bad.
You wanna see it?
Not too terribly great.
I mean,
The armor
I
makes me clank a little more, but
Yeah.
I could switch it out maybe. I don't know.
Wait, did you say they've run across us? We're at that point?
Yeah, everyone's together at this point.
Oh,
Right, well, we've got to get back to refrigerated goods. Got some cheese here. Need
What's
to put it-
refrigeration?
You know, when you cast like a cold spell to keep something cold.
oh yeah, we refrigerated a lot of corpses back where I was.
See, he
Perfect.
knows. Yep, we can use his corpse fridge.
Yeah.
For the cheeses.
They're really magical.
Yep. All right. Roland, well, did you find anything else useful?
Well, he does keep a ledger.
He does. He gave me approximate prices. He seems incredibly insightful, though, as we had quite a great backstory, but he still seemed to.
Yeah, she
to
lied a
see
little
through
bit,
it.
and he knew.
So,
Come on, maybe they could just tell the truth and be done with it.
Well, you'd think that, but we can't be like, "Hey, buddy, tell me about all your illegal dealings," so we can
that
figure out
doesn't
that.
tend to get people
I mean,
too
not
far.
really with that voice. You have to be like, "Hey, buddy, tell me about all your illegal dealings."
Hey, buddy, tell me about all your illegal
Oh,
dealings.
then I'll tell you. Here's all my
Yeah,
illegal dealings. It works.
That would have worked a lot better.
We
So
decided.
here's the thing. That works for the more muscly types.
How about this? And he snaps his fingers just for effect, and he turns himself into like just the most normal looking human being. And
I hate when he does this.
He slinks up to her and he goes,
Hey, buddy, tell me about all your illegal dealings.
and then he snaps back. And
That's pretty creepy.
Would that be effective?
Can I flick him in the nose?
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna say that wouldn't work. That was deception right off the bat.
So,
Yeah, I flick you in the nose.
did you already bring up
It's
trying to
already
sneak in
turned
there?
into a snout, and you prick
doesn't-
your damn finger on my snout spine. Roll.
Gotta be careful of the snout spine. It's
So deadly.
Is it right
1d4,
here? Was it,
I'm
like,
rolling
right, Is it right underneath?
Everywhere.
It's just one
Oh, you
giant
got my
spine.
snout beak?
everything was
snout
snout spine,
Yeah.
and nothing hurt.
It's like a bearded
I've
dragon.
got like.
It's like a bearded dragon just got him poking out everywhere.
Where? Don't have his face. Let's see his face.
You took your glasses off.
Yeah, so
42. See those sharp things all over the place? Imagine if that was a little human and then turned into that thing as you were trying to flick
you
its
see,
nose.
right
Your
below.
hand got stuck
That's
in
his
my
teeth.
nose.
No,
It's
right
his teeth, lady.
Right
Picked his
below
nose.
the
He's gonna
little,
bite your hand
You
off.
aimed at it when I was a human, and I.
right below
It's
your
a
little,
roll off.
right
sounds
below,
sounds like something you'd need to roll off.
Yeah, it's fine.
right below your little nostrils.
I don't hear
there's
dice
like
rolling.
a little line.
Uh-huh.
It'd be the same thing as like flicking a cat
That's
in
where
between
the
your nose
angels
and the
stitched me together when I was in my mum's tum-tum.
What the hell?
It's
That's
more
the
like
worst thing
a.
I've possibly ever heard.
He has just
gonna-
turned into a tiny little
I'm-
boy.
I'm going to settle this the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
You make an attack roll. If you beat his AC, you take a point of damage. If you don't beat his AC, you take a point of damage.
Yo, that means a lot because we're level 2.
Use the IRL
know.
dice, you coward.
Cuts into like rips the skin off her finger.
Armor of Agathis! Just kidding.
You said it just has to be his AC?
Yeah, just has to beat his AC.
Isn't your AC low AF, dude?
24.
That's weird.
I hate things.
I love Liz.
5.
I was gonna cast
It's
Mage Armor
6,
and
but it's
6. Well, mage armor is
look a little higher.
13 plus dex. What's your dex?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
it literally does
I
not
have mage
matter.
armor on. It's
What was
14.
it?
It was a 6.
Okay. So you do hit one of the mouth spikes and just take a point of damage.
We'll get them later.
Well, sorry about that.
Oh my goodness. Oh,
Do I have something on my nose?
blood.
Yeah, it's never your own blood though, so it's okay.
Anyways, so did we talk about sneaking in? Because that's a small kid. And kids are good at sneaking. Have you tried to play this hide and
Yeah,
seek with
honestly, if somebody caught a kid, you wouldn't be like, "Hey, kid, I'm gonna kill you." You'd be like, "Hey, kid, scram."
No, you'd be surprised.
How did the kid? How did the kid react when the draconian he was riding turned into a normal-sized human and then
Fell off.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, kid.
But he's superhero landed.
What spell are you using for that? Just out of curiosity.
I have
It's Drew's improvisation.
yeah right.
Thunder?
Mask of Many Faces is
Disguise self.
So you're doing disguise
is
self.
a feature.
So you wouldn't have fallen off because his form doesn't
I
change.
physically
It's just his
changed.
image.
Okay.
Wow.
That's
Well,
why.
that's
Just
that's
the
why
image
I
of it.
never-
So you basically hung on to invisible wings while he turned into a human, and then back
Weird.
to
That was weird. You're levitated, basically.
The real story of Christianity right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
holding on to invisible wings.
Just like
Oh, band name called it. Holding on to invisible wings? Are you kidding me?
The real story of Christianity.
I like that you were probably just kind of like hovering
Using your
above
religion.
the-
It's like,
and
go
going-
Oh,
It was like a Matrix moment. Just all of a sudden.
Script a little harder.
so now what?
Okay. Anyways, I think we should have the kid sneak in there and take stuff.
What am I taking?
What
Take
is
a
he?
ledger.
What is he
Wait,
looking
right?
for?
You take, what are you
Like
taking?
what are we trying
Here's
to
the
find
thing.
in
He,
there?
he kept a ledger, and I could see clearly the name written Gabor on it with tally
a ledger?
marks. It's a book that people keep record of things in.
You don't need to
so
read for it. We just need the book.
We just need the book. I can read.
Do you know what numbers are?
few.
A few? Okay, cool. No, that's all you need. So, like, when you open it,
There's
you see a
only
couple
9 of
numbers.
them, so.
All right, so you know when we were walking by, kind of, there's like this like little area that you can kind of duck behind. Go back there. There's an office where they're working on other bigger tapestries, and in the desk in the drawer, there's a book with words in it. We're gonna need that book
So we want the book. Why?
because it's a ledger of who he's done business with.
Oh.
As far as I can tell.
We're thinking this is the guy that supplied the automatons.
More than likely.
Oh, for
Is it
sure,
a
for
specific
sure.
color? Would that help?
Was
That
it like
attacked
a
the
brown?
boats.
I think it was like a brownish leather, right? Yeah, brownish leather.
Well,
Sounds like we need a diversion.
A diversion.
We could wait until they leave the shop for the
That's
day.
true. Also, we should all just stay outside while the kid goes in.
Or-
if we hear any rescues.
We
It's-
could
it's still
report this to the
ruckus.
Port Authority and have them show up with a warrant and take the book.
Well, we could do that, but then I feel like they say,
that-
"Oh, you guys are so tied to the wall."
It's not
Well,
under.
and they
It's not
stick on
under.
my-
It's
Oh,
not.
right. This is the under the table thing. I'm sorry. It's
Exactly. Yep.
Now
under
you're
the
thinking.
armor, not over the top. Yep.
What were you gonna say? Sorry.
Every sentence you end. Ba-ding.
What was your idea?
I think it's a great idea. Ba-ding.
Nope, it's gone.
Okay, cool.
So should we? I didn't notice any traps or nothing while I was in there.
Sweet.
But I don't know. He seemed pretty
But wouldn't
intuitive.
Wouldn't there like be
So-
like?
Oh, what if he takes that book home every
It's
night?
very possible.
what if we just go in and ask him who hired, him to make those automatons?
Oh, I
and
ain't gonna
attack
be
the
part
boat?
of it.
That is not going to be very productive.
I don't think Dimitri would probably be happy about that anyway.
Well, we never
I'm
gave
gonna
him
try.
Dimitri's name.
That's true, but still.
So
Be
you're,
back in a flash.
No, no.
Well,
Zeph.
Yeah, no, mate.
No.
I've got a different idea, and I pull just a little cartridge. Just go about 3 inches.
murder.
No, not quite. This is a different one. If you read closely, this is actually the grease spill. Could go in there and just say, "Oh no, we've spilled grease all over your tapestries. Everyone help! We've got to clean them up." And as soon as everyone comes to help clean them up, the kid sneaks in, grabs the book, we go.
I find that very unwise.
I mean, as long as my face
hold
ain't
on.
tied to it.
Really, it would be, oh no, I've shot grease all over your tapestries.
No.
Let me
this
help
is,
you clean
This is
it
one
up.
that doesn't have to go through the accelerator. I can just do it.
No, here's the thing. They
Pulls out a
they
bottle
know.
of olive oil he's just purchased at the grocery store.
So I can spill this.
No, not the balsamic. No,
We-
put that back.
Also, he seems like he ain't have nothing to do with it, so I don't really want to ruin this guy's livelihood.
We all initially came into the shop together, so it would be they would make the connection.
he did not see, as a note, they were sent out before you went into the shop, and Imad only came out after they left.
After
so
they left.
those three do not know. He does not know those three people.
I say the two of us go in and create a diversion, and we send the kid around back.
That works. But first, let's ask.
Do you think we should create a
No, I mean ask about the ledger. Ask about who he might have made product for before.
I feel like that would be awfully suspicious, considering that they just had contact from someone that they'd never met before.
How about
Also pretty
I go in?
unwise.
How about I go in looking like a normal Pinky, and I ask, "Hey, one normal fleshy to another normal fleshy."
We don't call
I'll
each
buy
other
it.
normal
Say that.
fleshies.
Yep, I'll buy it.
So, okay, what do you call yourselves then?
Person. One person to another
We
person.
say
would
that
be
you
the
say
phrase.
that
You say
like
person.
1 to 1.
Yeah.
Like I go up and
I
I'm
think
like,
that'd be
"Hey,
great. Say-
person to person."
Hey, me to you.
Meat to meat, I think is.
I speak Elvish.
Meat to meat.
I meant to make a delivery to the person that you made the automatons for, but I've lost the address.
No,
Yep.
That works.
No.
That's pretty good.
no,
What's the return?
no.
If it doesn't work, I come back around the corner. We
No.
come back in as ourselves, and
Hey,
then we
we-
try the little kid trick.
We could stake out for a little while.
Yeah.
I
That's
mean, we
actually a
could
good
and just
idea.
kind of
That's
watch
kind
the
of
comings
what we
and
did.
goings and see,
That's
know.
good. Yeah.
But I don't know. That
That's
might
actually
take forever.
really good. I like that.
I mean, that's kind of what we were doing yesterday until we got lassoed into this.
I'm
whole
gonna
mess.
roll
We
to
just-
think
we
of
just-
good ideas.
Yep.
We're really good.
It's a 6.
All your ideas are spot on.
I instantly look at the nearest person that's walking by and say, "Hey, just move. Keep moving along. Nothing new. It's okay. Keep moving.
Sorry.
You brought
You're fine.
attention to
You're
that.
fine. Just don't.
What's that?
Don't
What's that
dally
thing
over
called?
here."
Would it not be more beneficial to come back
Like,
after
why
the
are you
shop
trying
is
to put away
closed for the
attention to get more
evening
attention?
and then have the child tried to steal the
Why don't we
ledger?
just go in, like you said, we can bring the tapestry back and say, hey, do you have anyone who could give us a little more in-depth on this tapestry? Because we're of the draconian order. He's got me saying it now.
I don't like it. Yep.
And we need to know more while we're having an in-depth conversation. Oh no, too many words.
I feel like you're going to get tripped over yourself. Because we don't lie, Will. I mean, we've tried, but we don't do it unless, you know. So I feel like the more we try to be deceptive, the more we're going to fail.
But I do want to know more about it. What if he's just stealing his little heart out while we're actually learning?
How do you feel about laws of moral ambiguity, as it were?
Also, now that I think about it, might be best for us to just read what we can and then leave it there instead of just snatching.
Yeah, that's fine too. You don't need all the information.
Really quickly, I just take a couple things out and I scrawl on a piece of paper and be like, "Oh, kid, read it out loud, please, for all of us."
I don't know if you can read.
That's the test.
Do you know what these symbols mean, buddy?
It says, "Can you read?"
Nailed it.
Nice, good job. Okay.
Close
He
case.
can read, so that
Close case.
still works.
I didn't like how slow he was.
Oh, it could have been that. That's the only thing he knows how to read is the phrase "can you read."
Oh, I
I
knew
agree.
some kids
Sloppy.
that did that. Memorized a few words.
Yep. It's actually harder than learning how to read, just memorizing one
I
sentence.
know, you know those children grow up to be criminals and do
for
things,
sure.
much harder things to make a living.
Are you speaking from personal experience?
Oh,
No, we've only ever chased down criminals. We've never really been one.
Well, criminals is like really just a perspective thing.
I'm not really
Hey, I think
comfortable
that's
with
something that I said
stealing
earlier today, so don't use my
Okay.
logic against me.
I respect that. He's not comfortable with stealing things.
Their brains don't work as fast.
All right, so he's not willing to steal nothing.
stuff. While you guys are distracting him, I could go and try to write down some notes from the ledger.
Oh yeah, that's totally viable.
That's not stealing.
That's a good idea actually.
No, it's gleaning knowledge.
Get,
The
aren't you
monks in
gleaning?
my temple taught me, I don't know, calligraphy or something.
Well, you don't have to
Yeah,
make it
so-
look that pretty. I mean,
He comes out and it's all scrawled like a Proverbs 31 woman on a wall.
Not the Proverbs 31.
Let's take it.
The L at the beginning of it is like all like a picture, just like with trees and vines. I'm like, what?
It says this guy's clothed
was
with
all
strength
the
and
further
dignity. We just need to
He
know
got
his address.
LEG of ledger.
This in 5 minutes. So is that what we're doing?
I think that's the only
Yeah,
because
let's
we've
do
got to get. I would assume DM and correct us. You can correct us if we're wrong.
Sure.
That there's something in that book that we have to get in order to figure out where to go next. I would assume.
What are we doing?
You're like so. This is the opposite of railroading, and we're on the precipice of going to sell seashells.
Yeah, that's what I'm.
let's do it real quick.
Are you going to sell?
Beaches to the beaches. Let's go.
We're committed. Go, go, go.
Okay.
No, I'm just thinking.
Hello,
okay,
is
okay.
anyone here? We want to talk about this tapestry.
Austin kind of turns out. Ah, welcome back. Is something wrong with the tapestry?
Oh, it's beautiful, but we were wondering if you had any expert here who could, like, tell us more about its origin.
I mean, we don't know much about its origin, being that we buy and sell tapestries as well as make them. And well, that one was one of the ones that was sold to us.
Just staring into his eyes, he
As
just put
you guys
this
are into
message.
that one, I'm like looking away for a second, and I just grab like a random tapestry and be like, I was wondering if you had anyone else that worked here that could tell me about this. While you're doing that, I'd like someone to talk about this if you could.
Yeah, sure. Imad, are you back? And you see a dark elf kind of poke their head around. Yes, Austin. This gentleman needs help with a tapestry. Of course, Austin. Yes, sir. Is there something I can help you with?
As I unfurl the tapestry,
Wait,
I
can you do both conversations at the exact same time?
and it's
Just kidding, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding.
But a little serious.
Yeah, so looking at this tapestry, I was wondering, how is it that the vegetables are able to move if they don't have legs?
Those are dragons on the front of that tapestry. This is the world history of
Hold on.
Tarun Mall.
One moment. Classic mistake. And I'll pull out my bifocals and put them on the end of my snout. And be, oh, damn, that's a dragon. It
Yes.
looks like a stalk of celery without my glasses, so it's
I
on
could
me.
see where the confusion lies. Is that all you needed?
No, I was wondering, do you ever think that, could you name this dragon? I could name him.
Are you disguised right now as something else?
Nope.
We are ourselves. And
Okay,
you have been
this-
given the window.
This is what we're doing?
Yes, this is your window.
See, I was envisioning him changing form.
Uh-huh.
And visible parts of him are actually blocking me from their view.
Sure.
No, that's not
But that's not what happens.
how
So,
it works.
Alright.
so you're sneaking.
You just
Yes.
crawl down off
So
of
go
the
ahead
Stealthy.
Go ahead and make a stealth check for
Stealth
me.
boy.
Oh, it's so close. With advantage because they're distracted, right? And he is a soft.
Why not? You guys are running headlong into hell right now.
Yeah,
Let's see what
yeah.
happens.
Hold on.
Yeah.
So what's Spadini's about?
16.
Yo, he got... This man's cracked. I don't know if that's good enough.
Okay.
He is so cracked.
He is cracked.
So you slip through the front door as these two gentlemen are having conversations with the Draconians and
Weaving in between tapestries.
Yep, just kind of like
slipping
slipping between tapestries, picking up a basket, kind of walking it, setting it back down. You get to the back door, or the back door frame that leads to the back room. You are in the room.
I go around looking for what I assume is the ledger.
Make an investigation check for me.
The desk. I did mention a desk.
And a drawer.
Okay.
You're just like Nick Cage.
10.
10. It's average. There are a lot of drawers in here, as this is a loom, and there's probably a bunch of stuff that they need to keep stored back here. So it's going to take you a minute to look through some of these drawers to try to find what you're looking for. I need both of you to make persuasion checks to see if you can keep their attention long enough for this to be...
I was wondering, so I wanted to kind of change it a bit, and instead of persuading him, I wanted to kind of perform and kind of give him, like, as someone that has...
Sure, make a
Smell
performance,
and-
make a performance check.
What are we doing? Are we just riding?
Oh my God, it literally
absolutely
landed
do not
on
go
the
back
lid.
into the shop because
No, y'all
Performance?
did not go back.
16.
Y'all stayed down.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're...
Persuasion.
I'm outside then.
He changed it to performance for him. Not 24.
Okay. You keep their attention for another minute or two as you ask them more questions about their tapestries.
Oh, no,
the
I'm
most
performing.
business that they have had probably in weeks.
So, like, whoever would have made this would have had to have knowledge of the draconian ordinance.
I
And
suppose so. You see, the
they're-
design is a crisscross of the threads. Now, normally what you do is you do what's called the loom press, which is like you run it through a bunch of them and you press all together. That's kind of like a wave design there. But the crisscross happens to where, like, not only are you crisscrossing these two threads, but the edges, the upwards and downwards threads are also crisscrossing over the other threads.
I'm
to where-
devastatedly interested in what you're saying.
Yeah, and here's the thing. If you notice, as this dragon's flying down, were to try to shoot at him with the accelerator that I have here, and I'll show him my rifle for a moment. See, I would actually have to aim roughly in front and above him to account both for drift and for drop. And it's actually way harder than you think. If you have a moment, and I pull out my book, and I'm performing the trigonometry that I would do in my head usually, but for someone that is of lower intelligence, I write it out for him.
This is
I
truly,
don't say that part, but
This
it's,
is truly fascinating.
I mean...
So, did you produce
I
that?
like how you were condescending and then he said, like, this is interesting and your ego just died.
You want me to roll again?
So you have spent the last probably 2 minutes pulling open drawers and searching through little storage areas, finding shears and threads of different kinds. There seems to be some tools in one drawer, but no ledger book yet. I need you to make another investigation check for me.
Please tell me you do come running out of it with the scissors.
7.
Ooh!
Getting worse.
You're not
Where's
having a
Biden
great
outside?
time. I need performance checks from you guys again.
God.
What? What check?
13. I'm running. No, I'm not running out of steam. I could talk about this shit all day.
Performance or persuasion for me?
You choose.
Not going to make a difference. They're the same. 7.
7. So Emad seems to continue to listen to you regale him about trigonometry, and it's at that point that Austin is like talking to you, and he's like, "Oh, as a matter of fact, I actually have another one of those crisscross things in the back. Let me get it for you real quick. I'll be right back." And he turns and
Wait
starts
just
walking.
one moment.
I'll be right back, and he starts walking towards the back. Is there anything you do in this moment?
I cast a message to the kid, tell him to hide.
Okay.
Oh, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, message is a cantrip. Also, my
So
wife
you
is
stop
messaging
talking.
me.
Stop talking.
For 6
Cast-
seconds and just.
It's a verbal spell.
Yeah, verbal.
Verbal and somatic.
I
Yeah.
am in the middle of something super important.
Oh gosh. Okay.
So he did that.
Does he
today.
actually say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it for now because I don't want to. I'm gonna have to work out the legality of him stopping to cast a message spell.
He just stares off into space. Just,
No, it's a verbal
Can't
verbal
you do
components.
that naturally without any of that? Can't you just?
He can.
I can, but Will
he's-
jumped in and said that's what he did.
Because he's like a
Yeah.
So,
what's it called?
I need you to make a sleight of hand check to see how well this
I was
goes.
gonna-
That's fine.
I was gonna-
I've got a decent plus. That's a 22.
Image of leaving.
Okay.
That's
My
not-
hand is very slight.
but
That's
I was-
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he tells you to hide.
Oh,
do you do?
cast it to the kid.
Yeah, I cast a message to the kid to
Then
tell
I
him
do
to hide.
do my thing, and I cast an image into the older to Austin's mind that he left the oven on at home.
He left the stove on. Or something.
It's a common thing for
Roll
pinkies.
something for that.
I said I'm in the middle of something important, and she was, well, I'm your wife, so I'm the most important. I said, this is getting more serious than I thought it was.
Is everything good? That's-
I'm casting message. What do you need?
She was casting message to you.
She did, yes. Message received.
Austin stops for a moment at the door. I need you to roll a stealth check, please.
I am in
Getting
danger.
message. Sleeping couch.
14.
14.
Okay.
He walks up to the door, stops, and goes, Edith, do we even have a stove at home? What was I doing?
You were showing me
Oh,
the
right,
stitching pattern.
the stitch pattern. I got one of those in the back. Hang
No,
on. And he
this
turns
one.
around and walks in.
Good God.
After a few moments,
Can I follow him back there?
he reappears
Oh.
with a scrap of cloth and begins to show you the other example of the cross stitch pattern.
All right, now using these two, we can find out who made this one of the draconian ordinance. Is that what you're telling me?
I mean, there are similarities in the designs of the. I'm not going to continue this conversation. We've been doing this for almost 45 minutes.
Well, apparently we think that the solution is in a ledger.
Apparently, you do.
Do I find said ledger now?
You do.
Yay!
Yeah, we're on for that.
Okay, so you have the ledger in your hand. Now, what do you do?
Take as many notes as I can.
Okay, go ahead and do a general intelligence. Make a general intelligence check for me.
No.
To
I'm just writing down whatever I can.
That would have been too helpful.
Intelligence?
Mhm.
10.
10. Okay, you get a couple. You write down a couple of sentences, and then sneak back out. Go ahead and make a stealth check for me as you sneak out of that area.
Oh, yeah. 16.
16. Okay, without issue. Roll. Yeah, you make your way out without any issue.
Allegedly.
Is this what you guys needed?
Allegedly.
I'd go up to that.
Allegedly.
Show you guys my notes. Is this what you needed?
I just push him behind myself.
Well, thank you very much for this enlightening
I didn't go to you
explanation.
guys.
You what? Oh, you went to
I went
them.
outside.
Oh,
Outside,
okay.
yeah, he snuck outside to that.
Great. Well, if I have any information to exchange, I'll come back and we'll. Hey, are you ready to go?
Did you need me to explain it more? Did you get it?
No, the first 3 times that you did, it was illuminating.
That's what I thought. So if you need more lessons, I'll come back another day. But until then, good luck shooting a dragon, flying at 75 miles an hour with a 7-mile-an-hour crosswind. I'll believe in you, and I'll walk out the door.
Goodbye. So you two leave.
Sure, we're gonna go see if we got anything.
All right, so you guys head back
Check the
into the
line,
market
as
to
it were.
find the rest of your group. Were you guys close by? Would you?
Yeah, relatively, right?
I would say, like, at least down this They're
About a block
ways,
away.
like
A
not,
little ways down the street. Sure,
yeah,
here.
not
Okay.
like directly hanging out
All
in
right.
front of
Yeah,
the
not
shop.
just in front of
Right
it, just like
outside the
loitering
door.
in the front of it.
Yeah.
Ears
Got-
pressed
got-
against tapestry.
Yeah.
This guy checks his phone and he's like, those people are standing right outside the door. Don't they see I have a ring? Oh my.
He's got a ring doorbell.
We're all just like
It's literally just a ring hanging on a string that just rotates,
Yeah.
got the scrying spell attached to it.
Has scrying.
It's a real
yeah,
thing.
it does. Yeah.
In this world, it would be. Okay, so you guys reconvene with your note.
Is this what you guys needed?
Wow, you made it back. I didn't expect that.
I'm honestly shook.
I
Is
take
that
it.
what we needed?
I take it and look at it.
What does it have on it?
It has one sentence, and it says.
You said a couple.
Well, it has a couple of words. It has a couple of lines. So he
lines.
copied essentially 2 lines of text, and the first one says, the first one shows steel used in automaton internal structure, and it shows 2 hash marks, and it says Gabor with a question mark.
Gabor.
Gabor, or whatever. Yeah, sorry, Gabor. The second line then says metal, scavenge metal plates for exterior armor reinforcement, and it shows probably about 7 hash marks in front of that one. And there's a name next to it that was scratched out.
Scavenge metal.
Scavenge metal plates for exterior armor. And there was a name that was scratched out next to it, but you did not. You can just tell them that there was a name that you didn't. You don't have to like write down a name and then scratch it out because obviously you didn't know what it was.
Yeah, this scribble right here, I didn't know what that meant.
Alright.
So 2 scribbles from different sources.
So, you got everything you need?
No.
Alright, time to try my trick.
Yeah, I don't know. if that's
No.
all.
Thank you. I appreciate the offer, but perhaps we might pursue another avenue as opposed to beating this one.
Maybe we go to Dimitri and ask him if he knows a Gabor.
Dimitri tends to be
Elusive at best.
to keep his contacts close to his chest.
We gotta steal another ledger, don't we?
Not at the moment.
Check with Lane Crater.
Wait, didn't they? What about the one they apprehended? Could we not go visit that one that
Well,
they have in prison?
I think actually the problem was that they said in a couple of days. It's
Well, no, the real issue is that we are under the table, as
Under
it
the
were.
table.
So if we
Right.
try to flash any sort of jurisdiction, that's very over the table.
Oh,
and
we're
that's-
breaking into
No.
a prison.
no.
Or could
Let's
one of you
break him out
simply?
and then follow him to where
No.
he runs.
No.
Okay.
Could we simply say that one of you is a friend of his and go in to visit him?
Yeah, sure.
We
I'll
could do
it.
that, but then we'd be apprehended because he is a criminal. So
Oh.
you'd kind
You
of be
can-
accessory.
Well,
You
being
could be
friends
an
with
acquaintance
No,
without
they-
being.
Tell him it's a conjugal visit.
That's not
No,
really.
I know what that is, and I say no.
All right, let's just put all our cards on the table at this point. What
About,
leads
a
do
deck of
we
cards
have?
that I do
we-
have in my inventory, and I put it on the table.
There we go. Okay, yep, literally cards on the table.
Yeah, I have that.
What leads do we still have?
We
Okay, I'll put them
have
back.
the amount of money that it would take, or we know the amount of money that it would take to
Bingo,
acquire
yep.
said automatons. We have the name Gabor twice.
Is Gabor a name or a location?
Gabor would be an alias. As the voice behind you speaks, and all of you turn around to see leaning against one of the carts, kind of in this like shade area that you guys are standing, holding a small piece of fruit and kind of rubbing it against their shoulder, is Imad. As they just kind of look at all of you,
Well, shit.
Gabor,
You're
what's
not
Gabor backwards?
very
back.
good at lying
Well, we never.
No, hold on.
or anything else.
I'll have you say it.
That's fair, actually.
I lie to myself every day.
We didn't lie, at least.
You did not. You regaled me with quite the information, but
Whips out a gun. Thanks.
it did not take an trigonometry genius to figure out that you all worked together on this.
Cahoots?
I told you we should just go ask him.
That might work. Gabor is an alias. You'll never find someone named that here in the city who I would freely use their actual name, especially
Well,
if they
that's what
supply
I
me
was
with illegal
afraid.
powers.
Unscramble it, it's Thanos.
It's actually.
Wait.
It's actually.
Weird. He's dead.
He's dead.
Look,
Weird. He just burns into dust and just
looking at his
disappears.
cornflakes disappear into the sunset.
Cornflakes.
I look at it again and I go,
No, it's Robag.
just watch as he
Oh
drifts
my
away.
Yeah, just way into nothingness.
I spit tea on my notes.
That's hilarious.
Looking at his
Develop the new
cornflakes
art style.
disappear. Wow.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Well, now you know. There's stuff we're trying to figure out. You kind of figured us out. So where does this leave us, as it were?
Yeah, it leaves me with the leverage and you with nothing.
Yep, shit, maybe you're right.
You really paint with broad strokes. Like, we've got things.
We've got a lot of things.
10 gold, evidently.
A peace and friendship,
Comradeship.
as it were.
Your friendship I could do without.
No joke's on you.
Harsh.
Well, what do you want then?
We have parties.
What else do you do when you're in an illegal business and make far too much coin that you know
Oh,
what to do
you
with?
you probably extort. Oh wait, too much coin? I don't know.
Charity.
Spend it?
Bingo! Bingo!
No, he's investing it, guys, to make more money, so he can do more things with it.
He's an investor.
Yeah.
What would you like to invest in?
Guns.
I don't want to invest in anything. I don't need your assistance at all, but you clearly need mine.
Deal.
You want to know who? You want to know?
I didn't have anything to say.
Okay, sorry, sir. These two are very just crazy.
They're clearly cracked, yeah.
Yeah, they do so much drug.
Already determined that.
So much drug.
Look, it is clear to me that you need information on the 4 automatons that I sold those vagabonds, as it were. Not but...
Write that down. Vagabond.
That's
Is that the real name?
no, it's
Not
not.
but a fortnight
That's what
ago.
Gabor stands for.
Vagabond.
I can provide you with this information, with some incentive and a favor.
Okay.
Okay.
What would this favor be?
Very simple favor, very straightforward. You see, the imbeciles that I sold these to had it on good faith to put a down payment on the automatons and return the rest once their contract was complete. You see,
Which
they
they
too
did not.
had business partners. Unfortunately, that fell through, as word has it that ship was regaled by a certain band of adventurers who stopped them from doing what they were supposed to do.
Now it turns out we're not useless.
I'm the only adventurer here.
It is yet to be seen if you're actually useful.
That's also fair.
30 gold for the information, and any additional gold you find when you find these individuals, you return to me as payment for what they stole from me.
Okay, I don't care.
Wait,
we
hold
get
on.
to keep the cool stuff though.
Wait, hold on. Any additional gold for finding
Yes.
these people?
They still owe me quite a deal for the automatons.
Okay, how much they owe you?
That is my information, not
Alright,
yours.
well, it couldn't hurt to ask. Between
How do you find spittoons everywhere?
they're everywhere. I told you every place is a spittoon if you try hard enough.
If we could have the details, then we can take care of the request.
So you require 30 gold from us for the information.
Of course.
Plus whatever gold it is we find from them.
Yes.
And you know exactly who they are, where they are.
I can give you...
Wait a second,
name?
I thought we were getting 30 gold for finding these guys for you.
No.
Again, so naive. You'll learn.
I can't guarantee that.
I'm trying to think through this.
You need how much gold? 30?
Well, shit. We're in the ditch on this one.
I don't care.
So let's go.
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm bored.
I'm not in it for nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, I'd do this for free. Never
No.
mind.
I mean, you could say you do it for free because he's actually charging you to do it, so that would actually be an improvement.
It's like one of them carny games.
It is, yeah. It's captive audience.
Who
Yeah,
are
pay
they?
me $5 for a $5
Oh,
gold for a
shit.
2 gold
Okay,
teddy
so
bear.
it's 6 gold from each of us.
6 gold from each of us? Okay.
Yeah, I'll pony it.
Wait, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 6 of us. It's 5 gold from each of us.
The kid doesn't
He has
have
no
any
money.
Oh no, I kind of just wanted to rub it in. I'm sorry, kid. That one's on me.
Is there a child discount?
Yeah, he's an orphan. Well, presume. Never mind. I
Children
don't know.
don't know how to steal that
Why-
easily.
Yeah, we're
So-
working on it. He's youngin', okay?
You gotta
Oh,
Hold
teach
on.
him.
I want to be clear. We're paying you 30 gold
Yes.
so that you can tell us how to find some guys who owe you money. We're going to retrieve the money and give it back to you.
Yes.
We're paying you to do you a favor.
Yeah, but
Just
also,
wondering if
we need
You're brilliant. That is a good strategy.
I do
the
not
only reason that it works
survive
is
as
because
long
we're
as
doing this
I've.
because we are doing someone else a favor.
and
I
question.
do not survive as long as I
So you go to
have.
jail.
If we
Without
do
being
this,
brilliant.
would we maybe have used like a business
about
contact moving forward?
You're fine.
Like, I know I've got more bad guys that need to be dispatched. Who do I call? Oh, you called the Draconian Ordinance and the Weirdos.
How about we complete this task for them first?
Just saying. Yep. No, we're gonna do a great job, and if we do, it's just gonna like a tryout.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty straightforward. Yeah, sure,
I
yeah.
have nothing but faith in your abilities to do so.
Is he lying about that?
No, I didn't check that shit.
insight check.
It's a 10.
Nat 20 combined!
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's a
I
great
can
guy.
roll 2. I have a negative -2.
Please roll a 12.
It's a 7.
5.
Oh, that would have made me so happy.
Gang,
I have
gang.
no doubt in your abilities to complete this task, and if there is success, maybe there's future work.
Now that. I'll take that.
That's so awesome. Thank you, Ahmad.
So,
Ahmad
what-
backwards is dome.
Now, do we need to go to the port master and tell her about this so she can reassign us to his
no.
No, don't be
What?
dumbass.
What are their names and where are
That
they?
was a valid question.
You're looking for a
It was a
group of
dumb question.
individuals. They call themselves the Pickertons.
The Pinkertons?
How do you spell that?
The Pinkertons? You say the Pinkertons?
I
No.
don't know. They
I was like-
just
I was like,
told me
Pickertons are
they
a
were
real
the Pickertons. Pickerton.
Okay.
Can it please be TIN?
No.
The Pickertons.
No. They call themselves. It's a cute little upstart of a thieving guild. No more than maybe 6 individuals at this point. The old scraggly one with no hair. Others that I can't remember, and a fine young lad with blonde hair.
Bandana?
Yes. As a
Ah.
matter of fact, he did have one.
But you're not attached to him, so we can, like...
I don't care as long as I get my money back.
I'm not gonna kill him, I just want to seem cool.
I was on board with Katlana.
So are you saying it was them?
I'm
what
saying it was them that
ordered
they approached me and ordered the 4 automatons, which I provided for them. They paid me a down payment up front. I delivered them to an address and would wait for the following payment.
I'd like to point out that it's very few people what don't take orders from other people. What was the feeling you got from these? Was they taking orders, or was they under their own orders?
Make a persuasion check for me.
That's valid. That's a good question. That's a 9.
14.
Okay.
14. Imad kind of looks at you. I give you credit, Draconian. They seem to be
Fire breath in
taking
his face.
orders.
They seem to be what?
They seem to be taking orders.
Sounds like it.
They do not strike me as a group that is of their own volition, as it were.
No, too easy to take out.
Do you know about the address where you drop these things off on?
A broken down warehouse in the Air District.
Okay. What's
The Air District, you actually were there yesterday when you talked to Crane and Belly. The Air District is the shipyard where all of the airships are being built.
please.
All right. So here's. Would you be opposed to like one of them surviving?
I don't
he just
care
wants the
what
money.
you
You already
do.
said.
I don't
I didn't know
I
if
am
you
not-
wanted to lose some people like to time lose ends.
understand. I am not a violent person. I do not advocate violence in any sense of the word. I am in it for the coin, plain and simple. Bring me my coin, and they don't need to die. That's not my problem.
Yeah, but it's very flexible, right? Because like if like we were not to do the thing we wanted to ask, you just kill us, or get some people to kill us.
If you don't do what I ask you to do.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna do it. I'm just curious.
Why would
If
he
you
kill
don't
us?
do what I ask you
He
to
got
do,
30 gold from
I got
us.
30 gold and I don't need to worry
We
about
got
you
nothing.
anymore.
Why does no one else feel like this is not a good bargain?
This is a win-win for me.
Yeah,
I don't ever have to see your faces again.
No, we're gonna see your face again because I like you, man.
And
Roll an intimidation check.
This guy's worst nightmare. Like, hey, how you doing? How's the
You
underground?
can't escape me, man.
thinking through it, I feel like if we were to one way or another dispatch these guys, it would be the fulfillment of the under the table deal that we made.
Yep.
So I mean, I say we go in with an attempt at peace, but prepare for the worst. You
I
know.
think we're supposed to root this problem out
Well,
all the way to the.
we're gonna find out which way we deal with it when we get there because
Yeah, enough talking about it. What are we doing?
Time to take a walk. Here we go.
Do you happen to remember if...
Do you remember?
Get out. Do you happen
Well,
to
I
remember
remember.
if any of this group happened to be avid magic users, or whether they had gotten themselves skilled in other means?
Not gonna lie, I thought she was gonna ask if any of them were banging each other.
you know which of these
back,
two
Liz.
Good job.
Now, were any of them? Is there a triangle I need to know about?
If they are lovers, I don't want to kill them.
Are they getting down?
Is one of them the twin of another one who I need to bring back in a later episode?
Is it called the air docks? Because no, stop.
Air District.
DM broken.
Please reset DM.
To your factory standards. Right, guys, who wants to get some XP?
Ew.
That's a factory DM.
Send him back.
I don't know the first thing about magic users or the like. I simply provided them with the automatons and went about my business. What you find is of your own accord.
I lean over to Ohiana and I say, they can't cast magic if you shoot their hands off.
Fair point.
Nailed it?
Sure.
Right, well,
That is an untested theory, by the way. Don't.
time of day, is it?
We've never done it.
Morning.
Morning.
Well, we've done a lot.
So, we have. Should we be on our way then?
I'd say that's smart. We know where it's at. You guys just want to go during the day? During
Yeah,
the
let's
light?
go. Let's do it. I'm so excited.
My
Come
blood's
for
pumping a little bit
Thank you,
more
Moav, for
during
this
the
adventure.
daytime,
I will not forget
He
you.
has already walked about 30 feet away, just kind
I'm
of
yelling.
whistling and just kind of like eating a small piece of fruit as he walks away.
Thank you.
Zeph just cast frostbite on the bag of perishable groceries to keep them cold.
Smart. It's a cantrip.
They're
right?
all frostbit.
Easy enough.
Yeah, they're all frostbite now.
No, it's on the bag.
It's on the bag, so they're insulated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually a pretty smart way to do it.
Shut up. and also another thing. Yeah.
Hey, you two for two today, Will.
What happens if I
Congratulations.
thunderclap when I high five?
What happens if you get thunderclap?
If I do thunderclap when I high five.
No telling.
What happens if you pull my finger?
I need someone to make a investigation check to find a warehouse in the Air District.
On it?
Let's go to.
+0.
Whoa!
That was interesting.
We got a spinny boy.
Dude, if it explodes, that means we'll get sucked into the game. Oh, cool.
Oh, dang,
Dang it, we were so close now.
It's only a 9.
Guys, you don't want to be in this game. Trust me. Pick a different world. Don't be in this one. I designed it to kill. I did not.
What?
Why would we create whimsical characters?
It's okay. I have a backup.
I'm kidding. I did not design it. I didn't do it. But I did design it pretty extensively. Like, if I were in this world, I would be like, oh crap, I am not.
Danger is
don't
everywhere.
want to be here.
Yeah, I get it.
Immediately go to
I
like
think
one of
we
the side.
understood that when our one noble act at the beginning got us arrested immediately.
Save the citizens! What are we in trouble for?
The way you did it.
Oh, everything hates us here.
Don't save them that way. Oh.
Yeah, no, it's realistic that way.
So should we go just to ask?
What was your investigation check there, buddy?
9.
9. Anybody else want to do it while you're out here?
Yes.
I say we go.
Let me check. I don't know my stats. I'm not. No, I'm sorry. I'm sad that I'm not rev anymore.
Can we just ask Crandon?
Oh, that's 6.
6? Okay.
Yeah, I got 6.
Me too.
7.
8.
Nice.
So you guys wander around the air district for about 4 hours.
No, please. While they're wandering, I lead them to Crandon Belly, and I say, Crandon, we're looking for a broke down.
Hi guys, I'm so glad you guys are back. I made some flatbreads while I was working today.
Oh,
Do any of you want?
I'm waiting outside.
Do any of you want some?
Yeah.
I grow the wheat
Do you
myself.
got the garlic kind?
No, the garlic is still growing in the back, but I chewed the wheat
outside,
myself before I made it into the flatbreads.
Okay, I'm not sure if I like it anymore. I'm just kidding.
Crandon, it's really good to see you twice in one day. Or 2 days.
I just count it as a blessing, my friend.
Yeah. Oh.
This dude. This guy.
Can you tell us where this broken down warehouse is? And I describe it for him.
You just ask him where a broken down warehouse is?
I figured I
And the
got
way he
more
describes it is by
information
saying a
than-
You
broken down
didn't. He just said look for a broken down warehouse in the air district.
You just hear
Fuck
from,
me!
from outside of the hallway. Damn it, Brandon! And I walk in.
His name's Grant!
Tomatoes are tomatoes.
I walk us.
All right, we're looking for a broken down warehouse in the air district because there's a fair chance that there's some negative creatures that are inside of there that will cause harm to this great world that we all live in.
No.
did.
He's making me a pessimist.
He's making me a flatbread.
He puts a hand on your shoulder as he hands him the flatbread. You make yourself into what you want to be.
Man.
Does he cast something on him when he does that?
Crown of
wounds.
He does crown of madness, dude. You want to punch the nearest person.
Crandon looks at you and goes, I'm sorry, I can't think of any specific broken down warehouse. There are several here in the air district. Many of them are used for storage.
Surely you made a spreadsheet. I know you.
Yeah, you're caught in your own maze now.
Shit. As a matter of fact, I did.
The shadows betray you because
This is really good flatbread, by the way. Yum,
Thank you.
yum.
there's no meat in it.
I chewed the grains up myself before I made it into the patty.
Best spit.
Ugh.
Keeps the bread tacky.
hate this so much.
So he provides you guys. So go ahead and make another investigation check with advantage this time, as he provides you with a layout of a couple different places.
All right, guys.
Some of which he actually sold. He actually sold a few of these.
The first one.
21.
There you go.
is- What is it? Minus
We're all
2
rolling
from- No, investigation.
No, I just said someone do it with advantage,
That was
but I took the first
Unnatural
high.
20.
21's good.
22.
22.
There we go.
You look around for another 30 minutes before you do find a small, one-story kind of like long barn design off, kind of set up, kind of like the path goes up and leads to almost kind of like another, like almost not a cliffside, but like the terrain kind of goes up and then drops off, and sitting kind of on this kind of almost an overhang above another like larger industrial warehouse is this small kind of long low warehouse. That looks like it has not been maintained in a long time. The roof itself, these metal plates seem to be rusting in places, kind of like turning a pale.
Are there any openings?
There are several windows, but much like the warehouses in our world, a lot of the windows have been broken because somebody chucks a rock into it. In fact, you do see kind of maybe about 80 feet down, there's like 3 kids like chucking rocks into a window and trying to like hit the small window up top. They see you guys come around the corner and they immediately just run off.
Can we see if there are any people, perhaps, like through the windows or anything? Or
All the
does it
windows
seem-
are high up, so maybe about 25 to 30 feet up. So they're all like small windows that kind of line, almost the ones that would like open up and kind of let vent out air or whatever.
Do we see like any light coming from the inside or? anything
No, you
like
do
that?
not.
I think if someone was trying to hide out, they would try to be somewhat
You're not wrong. I was just hoping to see something before we got up.
She's right. It would be
should
kind
probably-
of stupid not to take a general glance at
Yeah,
the
no, I don't
features.
disagree.
We should probably be a little bit stealthy as we approach it.
You on it?
I'm on it.
Would this be one of those times where we can actually discuss, like, strategy?
Yeah, I think.
And maybe what each of us is good at?
So here's the thing. Up close, I'm not useless, but I'm not useful. I'm kind of more of like the Overwatch type.
Is there a place you could get on the roof and get a good angle through one of the windows that allows you to see most of the interior of the building?
It's kind of my preference. I'd like to see if I can find a way to get up higher. Maybe be able to call things out from above, and pop. Worst case scenario.
Are we attempting to not use magic, or are we?
No, I think we should go inside and use magic because no one will see, right?
And I think you're kind of given the pass, right?
I feel like we kind of have the pass for that.
Well, I don't think it's so much a deal of the pass as it is who's going to know if there's no one to see or tell.
Besides, wouldn't that be cool if we did magic and then the magic police showed up and they arrested the other guys because they're worse? We'll get off, they're arrested.
I don't disagree. I'd like to see if I can find a way to get on the roof quietly.
Sure. First make a stealth check. See if you can.
18.
Okay. And then go ahead and make an acrobatics or athletics to.
One of those is not bad. 13.
13. Not difficult. It does take you a minute, but you're able to basically find one of the corners that has like a protrusion of some of the building, maybe kind of like bent out or something like that after just time or sagged or something. So there's a couple of handles you can kind of try to like pull yourself up. Takes you a good 5-ish minutes to kind of climb your way up the side. But you do it relatively quietly, so it does take you a little longer. But yeah, you can get yourself up onto the roof. It is very hot up there, as the sun is now kind of like pointing down.
Feel alright.
Loves that.
And as of note, the sun is now up high in the sky, and you can just begin to start feeling the heat, like very dry heat here in the Brasslands. And there is just kind of the occasional like brown dust devil that kicks up because this whole area is just mostly not a lot of trees. Most of this area has basically been flattened by traffic and buildings.
So you're saying it's high noon?
Yes.
Is this abandoned warehouse, does it say OK Corral anywhere?
Actually, it does.
Yes.
So yeah. So you are up on the roof.
Let's get.
It's actually a company
I'm
named OK Coral.
I'm just looking for a spot where I could peer in. Or is there an access point from the roof?
There is not. But you could potentially get an angle from some of the windows up top. You just have to kind of precariously position yourself. So we'll see how that goes depending on where you want to set yourself up.
Okay.
I look up at you and I'm like, is there any kind of hatch or entrance up there?
Message back that there's nothing. Kind of up shit creek up here. This might not work out quite as well as I would like for it to.
And message back like me like doing that.
Shrug.
Do you have any?
It doesn't quite seem to be worth it. Sure. I mean, I feel like I'd be too isolated if something happened.
Can I make a perception check?
Sure, make a
See if
perception
we're
check.
being watched.
Nice.
Do we have a rogue?
No.
I mean, I'm very stealthy.
Yeah.
But
I'm looking
No,
at rogue-ish.
15.
15?
yeah, rogue adjacent,
Doesn't seem-
you could say.
Rogue
There's the
is 4
occasional
here.
group of, probably 3 or 4 dock hands that kind of walk by, having conversation. Most of them most of them are traveling down the main road where this is kind of set up and away from the main area. So there's not a lot of traffic over here. And it's industrial warehouses, so there's not much need for foot traffic. So
Well,
you're
I
pretty
say-
well isolated over here.
If the windows are broken, can't we just climb in?
Let's go in. I mean,
I think,
there's
what if we just
doors.
had, what if a couple of us just,
are.
real quick, a couple of us just kind of went in, not violently, just posing some sort of, hey,
There might not be nobody in there. Is there anybody in there? Does it seem like there's
Why don't we
wrestling
stake
happening?
this place out?
You're on the outside, but
You can
there's
stick it out, that's
nothing
I'm
going
gonna
on.
press my ear against it.
Make a
Well,
perception
what
check.
I'm saying is, like, if a couple people go inside, like, under the guise of, hey, like, I heard from
Hey.
so-and-so who was kidnapped, or who was, stuck at the prison, then the rest of us could sneak in behind, and when things turn violent, if they do, the other 4 are, close enough for support, but far enough away that if the first 2 wanted to get information, that's also feasible.
I like it after we've staked it out and found out more. you know?
That's fine. It doesn't matter to me.
Or I could pretend to be a real estate agent taking a few of you on a tour
Hear
of
me
an
out.
abandoned
Hear me out.
property.
Hear me out. He said there was what, 6 of them?
Yeah, six.
We dispatched them pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, like it wasn't the easiest, but we did dispatch them.
Or perhaps we could just ask them where they found those automatons.
Like, hey, noticed your work the other day. Nice automatons. Where
Yeah.
could we get some?
I think they recognize us actually.
They might, especially little blonde bandana boy.
Bandana boy.
So are we committed to the fact that we're just going to dispatch the earth of this scourge?
Well, I don't think we're gonna kill them outright, but if they start
we
shooting
not?
us, like
No, we
No,
need
I
to
mean-
find out who they're working for.
yeah, that as well as like
Who's your contact?
life is valuable, and honestly, I mean,
Is
you
it
have to.
though?
It's sometimes it's kill or be killed, so that's fine. But I'm just saying, like, if we can go make it, like, if it's convenient, then don't kill them.
I say that
I just really like a plan.
here's the plan.
We just knock them out. I'd rather not kill if we don't have to.
We
I
try
like
to keep
this
at least one of them alive.
Bingo. Plan is don't kill them all.
Keep Bingo alive. Which one's Bingo?
Bingo was his
Banana
name-o. He's the blonde boy.
His name's Bingo. Bingo Bandana
Got it.
boy.
So that's the plan. The plan
Bandana
is
boy
a couple
bingo.
of us are going to go in first.
BBB.
After we stake it out.
After we seek it.
How much staking do we need?
I don't know because I don't think.
house.
I think it's high noon. I read that in the book, and they might not come back till late because they might just have normal day jobs.
That's boring.
Well, if that's the case, then why doesn't someone go inside and see if they
That's-
can see something?
I'm saying that we should stake inside, and
Stake
Hey, kid, you
in.
want to do a staking?
Yeah, sure. It sounds harmless.
I'm pretty
let's
stealthy.
let's all just
I could probably
let's
go
all
with
just be
you, too.
really
You come with us.
stealthy
I'm pretty observant.
and go in there.
Right. Here's the thing: the three of us could go in, and if something goes bad, I could instantly message out, and
Okay.
you guys run in after us. But we could go in quietly. I think we're the more quiet of the 6 of us.
I'm pretty quiet.
How quiet are you?
+3.
+7.
+8, but disadvantage.
+3 +3 disadvantage 8. 4. What about you?
3.
We're pretty solid.
I mean, we could all go. The bigger the crowd, the easier it is.
It's harder. Yeah, so I think you would have the most advantage from being up in there. I think you should be going too. So honestly, that's fine. You stay with us because you can communicate with him.
I mean, I can communicate with any of you, but
All right, so we
like
got
him the
TBD.
most,
We
so-
need to work on a name for you. We'll workshop it. Someday you're gonna do something neat, and it's gonna make us go, oh, that's Little Ledger Boy.
Call
or
him
whatever.
Bingo.
I can't wait till we can
No.
call him
Like
Head
Bandana
Punch
Boy.
Off Kid.
Short round.
Don't like that either. That one has a nice ring to it.
Alright, so the three of us are going to
somehow.
go in and subterfuge.
Okay. Glancing around the building, you do see that there is, along this small side over here, along the lengthwise of the building, there are 2 large doors that seem to be kind of closed and overlapping. But near one of the one of the corners, there is a normal-sized door that seems to be closed with, maybe closed up. So yeah,
Like to open it?
it is locked.
Like to pull out the claw of lock picking?
Yep.
Is that a thing?
It looks weird. It looks very weirdly like.
What's it be?
Do you have proficiency in thieves' tools?
Yeah, we talked about this already.
Right.
Yeah.
So proficiency plus dexterity.
Alright, cool, 22.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, without issue. Just opens up.
It's unlocked.
All right. Is there any traps?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. As someone that deals with doors a lot, I would know to check the sills. So I just,
Well, it's already open, so
after I open the door, can I just feel around the inside for a little?
there's no traps.
No traps.
All right, let's go.
You open the door.
Something on a pressure plate. Is there any traps?
Leading inside to the interior of this warehouse. You are immediately hit with the smell of just stale air, as this room is just kind of open and long. You can see running along each side of the wall in the interior of this warehouse, there are massive, what looks to be swinging kind of like tracks, and these large kind of almost mechanical almost like beams that run across the length of this thing. Each of them is attached with the simple pulley system with long pieces of rope. Some of them have large kind of like hooks or claws kind of attached to them. The interior of this place is dusty and undisturbed for a
Sam's Club.
very long time. But yeah, is definitely abandoned. There is a couple of small crates and barrels kind of like intermittently scattered throughout the least of it, the majority of it. A few of them look to have been overturned or smashed at some point in time, but again, there's a very thick layer of dust that kind of just rests on the majority of this in this warehouse.
Are you guys stealthing or not?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so stealth checks for everybody.
Ooh, better.
Nice.
17.
12.
9.
Ooh.
I rolled a nat 2.
Let's see what I would roll.
Are you rolling or are you just seeing?
No.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Switch places. We're standing still outside.
Moving quietly through the warehouse, trying to avoid the plates of metal and the large kind of swinging pulley systems that kind of hang down. What are you looking for specifically?
It's pretty dark in there?
Not terribly. The sun is still high, and so it's kind of letting in like filtered light through the side windows.
I'd say just evidence of people, evidence of squatters.
Make
for lack of a better word.
investigation check for me.
Making sure this is the place.
Yeah. I mean, basically, 17.
If you want to.
Oh,
Nah.
Just 20.
Wait, just regular 20 or
Well, nat 20.
Nat 20. Okay, yeah, no, that's no, nat 20 is a nat 20, man. You don't see anything that would give like evidence of people being here or squatters. There's no sign of like this place being lived in. TBD, as you're kind of like looking around, kind of like awestruck by the strangeness of these industrial kind of like lifting systems that are all kind of like set up throughout the majority of this thing. You're looking at one much larger. It seems to be taller than the other one, so it can kind of like go over them. It's actually setting slightly over top of another one. This large system, which actually has a larger metal chain that kind of attaches to it. There is a claw which seems to have a bunch of like pieces of like wood and other materials that are all kind of like crunched up into it that is setting on the ground. As you're kind of looking at that, though, you do notice that there is a small kind of like where the dust would have settled, where this mess of material would have set, there is a little bit of a shift to where it seems to have moved at some point.
I like tug on your robe or whatever.
scarf. I've got a big scarf.
Yeah, your scarf. And I just kind of point.
Right, and I kind of tug on your armor. Like, hey, psst, do you see them? I kind of nudge with the accelerator.
Yeah. Can I run some perception? Is there any skittering about? Do I hear anything that would like indicate?
Make a perception check.
All right, I'm scared.
I've efficiently shouldered and readied
Sure
the
don't.
accelerator.
Not one.
Oh boy.
Man, this dust is getting me. Sorry.
How far away from the front door window are they?
I'd say about halfway down the length of this thing, which was probably close to 200-300 feet across.
So at the halfway point, I would know that I'm reaching the end of my tether, pretty dang close to it. So I would just check in with him, like nothing yet. Just let him know.
Should we look around for
Do I
maybe
get
a
to
lever or
respond?
something to lift that?
Yeah, you can respond to a message. Yeah.
What did you say?
I just said nothing off-putting yet.
All right. Well, we're about to go radio silent, so good luck.
Roll on. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Scrambling way up to the sides of these tracks where these beams are all set across, you can see there is small ladders that kind of go up and like rest on the sides of these large kind of like rolls that set into the tracks, and placed on one side near the large chain that's resting on the ground, there appears to be kind of like a small platform and this small little like plate with a couple different runes scratched across it and small kind of like indents where like something could be pushed or placed.
I feel like we could play with this. I mean, I've kind of got a bit of a tinkering brain, as it were, and this seems like something that might control something else.
Yeah, I agree.
I have zero idea how it works, but it looks like it is
something that would maybe control the giant claw that we just saw. I don't know.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
You are?
I am
Okay.
Arcana.
So, as a note, anything mechanically arcane, you would have proficiency in automatically. Anything other than that, but you're already proficient, so you're fine.
Okay,
but
gotcha.
you're proficient no matter what. But if you weren't proficient, this would have been a moment where you would have known. So, are you proficient in Arcana, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're fine too. Are you? Okay, so as a note, anything that is not mechanically more like, well, no, it wouldn't apply to you because you're not in this area, so never mind. But you two are already proficient, so there's no issue for you. But yeah, so you understand the mechanics of the way the Brasslands operates, and so go ahead and make an Arcana check for me.
That bounced out. It's no good.
It's not in the box. I hate you, Michelle. 7. It was a 9, and it was then a 1.
7 is I mean, it's in Marquesian, which is easy enough to understand. It's just it looks like there should be a way to activate it and maybe maybe lift the chain or move the chain or something, but you're not really figuring out. There's no like push here to do this.
Yeah,
like
I'm
it's
looking
just,
at it. I kind of just cover my bases and so the language that we use to write our magics is complicated. You've got to be very specific with what you write. This is just simple words, and it actually doesn't give me much to go off of, so I can't really figure it out.
Should we call in the reinforcements?
I think
since
that might be a good idea.
It's pretty decently
I'm going to
safe
take a little 30, 40 step walk back over the course of the next 10 seconds and just say, hey, psst, probably need you in here. No, don't worry, don't freak out. Just...
Okay. So you guys head on in?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys...
I'm not freaking out.
All right. Yeah, good to know. You guys can make your way into the warehouse as well. You see the same kind of layout, same setup. Making your way over to the large moving system, you can see that he's kind of pointing out the issue here. Go ahead and make your Arcana check for me.
Oh no.
I can't even see it.
Is that a 3?
Either.
Oh, we're both idiots.
It's a 5.
We're gonna have to move it manually. That's the only thing I can
It's
think
all
of.
smudgy. Clean it off. I mean, it's covered in dust. I can barely see what it says. White.
Doesn't really help.
Can I do something?
Yes.
I'm gonna take off the casket, untake off the tapestry, put it on like a scarf, and then be like, undo the latch, knock. Hey, what's up?
What?
Can you help us with this magical contraption thing here? I don't know anything about it.
Oh man, I was hoping to nail that.
Right, that's what I was hoping to.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Huh, damn. You've seen a lot of things, so... Okay.
I've been dead for thousands of years.
Does anyone else hear this voice?
Or hundreds, I can't remember.
Yeah, is this just an internal monologue or is it external?
It's been so long since I've been alive.
I get it. You want to say it one more time? Just to make sure, put the point.
No.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your input anyway.
I appreciate you asking.
Hey, no problem, man. Alright, I'm gonna put you back up and cover you in this nice
Alright.
Okay, I close it. Slowly, like awkwardly. Snuff it.
Proficiency doesn't give you advantage, does it?
No, it does not.
So, like, describe this machine to me.
So it is the whole machine?
Just like the control interface.
So the control interface is a small, maybe like 18-inch kind of plate that's set into the large mechanical metal, almost like, I don't know what you would call this.
Armature.
Frame, sure.
Okay.
That is set on wheels that set in tracks along the length of this warehouse. There are pulley systems that run along the middle of it, and chains and ropes that would like come down and get pulled up or whatever.
Oh, okay.
This large one, these are like boat chains. Like they are like this big around. And this metal plate that's on here has writing across it, but there seems to be like the constant like motion of your hand or like something being pressed against these has worn away a lot of the like description or words.
Yeah.
So it looks to be just like indents where things could have been placed or something was compressed in order to activate something on here.
So I have double sight and also like Eyes of the Runekeeper. That doesn't help with the.
It just is Marquesian. It's just Marquesian, and most of it's rubbed away. I mean, it's legible, but most of the words just say up retract, recede. It's just
All right.
different.
Can I just like bonk it? Like just try to do something with it. Just press a button. Or
Go ahead and make an Arcana check with disadvantage for me.
I have 0 to this. Okay, what's that? 19.
Yep.
Okay, I'm rolling natural 20 with this other one. Okay. 10.
10. You kind of like put your hand up there and you're like trying to figure it out, and you put it near one of the like the receded little like indents in this thing, and you press, and as you do, you feel like a surge of energy, and all of you watch as like the chain, which is sitting there, all of a sudden and starts to turn on its own, and the chain begins to start to pull up. You pull your hand away and it stops.
Okay, so that's the chain turny thing, right?
That's just a hand thing.
Okay,
all right.
cool.
Try up, down, left, right, A, B.
Is there
It's left, right, left,
There is no
right,
AB.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do another one.
Okay, you push another one, and at this point, you hear the energy kind of charge through it again, and you feel the whole thing kind of lurch as the top of it, the whole thing actually on the track, begins to rotate backwards. And as it does this, the chain, which is now slightly taut, begins to like roll the material in the claw begins to roll backwards and lift up off the ground.
Is there anything under it?
You guys look underneath it.
Yep.
Underneath there is a opening, a small kind of like wooden framed hole that has stairs that go down.
All right, I say
how
we
noisy was this whole?
Pretty damn noisy.
Pretty darn noisy.
Who's got dark vision?
Well, I'm glad we
me.
have the
I see everything in here
element of
clearly.
Surprise.
You see in the darkness, like there's this one like red bead.
I mean,
Hey, listen.
think of like a large warehouse with like a few windows, so it's like there's dark places
No, I'm
in
talking
here,
down
but
below
it's
though.
like
There's
down below.
Yeah,
You have
there's an opening that goes down below.
Looking
Is it-
down, you don't see a lot of light here, but it's a very short set of stairs, maybe about 20-30 steps, that leads to a door.
I have a suggestion.
Okay, Leon just went down.
I've got shouldered and aimed down sight, ready to fire.
Hey,
So you
I
guys
have
head
a
down
quick
to the door?
suggestion. Should we maybe like move this all the way off and like disable the device so we don't get trapped in wherever the good guy
That might be a good
showing us
idea.
right
I feel like that's a good idea.
Press another one. I already noted those two.
Yeah, you push another one.
Yeah.
This one begins to slide the top of the pulley across the other way, and so that basically rolls the whole claw over and sets it, and it begins to scrape across the ground as the whole thing begins to slide to the other side of the warehouse.
I'm gonna press the original one to make it like.
It tries to turn up, but it seems to be like clicking. It's
Keep clicking it.
I'm gonna keep on clicking it.
It seems to like
It
catch
doesn't
on
break?
something.
Damn
The
it.
chain is not lifting.
All right.
It's just
press another one then. Like.
It lowers the chain a little bit, and it begins to lower like the chain begins to like slack, and it like lowers the claw.
Oh,
further
sweet!
to
We
the
did it,
ground.
guys.
I mean, sure.
You did it, buddy.
I mean, we'll.
Is there, so the chain is like made out of like these really heavy duty chains.
Yes.
Also,
Can I
if
try to
anybody's
Eldritch
down
Blast
there,
it?
they're gonna know we're here.
Did you, like break the chain? Like break the chain?
Yeah, roll an
Why are
attack.
you trying to seal them inside?
Natural one.
I jump back from him real quick. I jump back away from him real quick.
This is Eldritch Blast, guys. It's only 1d10 force damage.
You fire it at the chain. It goes wide and puts a hole in the roof, and just sends the eldritch firing off
so
into
pretty.
the sky.
So pretty.
Well,
All right,
so
I'm not gonna
glad
try
we
that.
stealthed in
Get down
here.
Yep, let's go to the door. Let's go to the downstairs door.
Wait, I thought he just closed it.
No, I didn't. I moved over to the side and made a
I
slide.
just moved over.
Oh, well,
Can I try to break
that'll
one?
teach me to pay attention.
So like, there's a control panel, right? Mm-hmm. I have a bad feeling that they're gonna come in and close on us though, because they actually know how it works. So I'm gonna shoot the damn control panel. I want to break it.
Roll another attack.
+7, 25.
Hey.
Do I need to roll damage?
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage.
3.
3. It fires across and scatters across the control board, leaving like this giant scorch mark and a bit of an indent in it.
All right, I did it, guys.
Okay.
Can I press one of the controls? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nothing.
Another one.
Nothing.
Another one.
Nailed it. All right, let's go through that door.
Let's go!
Go through that door.
That's a good thing.
I'm the best warlock ever. What's the guy's name? Asmodeus? No, Augustus? No, what's the guy? Will Moon's guy.
I'm opening the Agnostos.
Agnostos.
No, Asmodeus is what his name is.
Augustus.
Oh, yeah, that's the demon lord guy.
Remember Augustus, the face change at the end of the being the villain?
It wasn't the villain, his patron was the villain. Get it right.
Good old Augie.
I never called him out. All right, let's get her.
Although he did explode the heads of like 12 guys. But that's...
I remember that. I was there for that.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Uncool.
Not cool, Wilmy.
Heading down the steps, you come to a very simple door that's set into the stone around it.
Also locked.
It does appear to be locked, yes.
Any traps?
Make a investigation or perception check, your choice.
You got this. I wish I had more buff spells, damn it, but I realized warlocks.
Well, also level 2. That kind of
That's true, yeah. I
kind of
really
puts
need-
a lips of an angel on us right now.
In the lips of the
Because that's the arms of an angel. I was talking about hinder. It hinders us.
I like lips.
Yeah,
of
that's a
angel.
5.
Lips of the
5 does not appear to be
That's a
trapped.
thing.
There's no traps.
It hinders lips of an angel? Alright, well, I'm going to pull out...
Go ahead.
It sounds so sweet. Damn it. 11.
11. Nothing.
Being level 2 sucks.
Yep.
Take a moment. I'll take a moment, pull out a notebook, kind of sketch, kind of what I felt around. With
Don't
my
pull
pen.
out your sketch notebook in front of all these people.
Oh, I'm peering at it now.
It's pretty sketch.
It's just a sketchy book. Just leave my sketchy book alone.
No, I'm looking.
Yes, so,
I drew some
Make
of
a
them
perception check.
pictures.
Easy, I love it.
so
What's in there?
yeah, good luck reading it with that dice.
13.
you
Wait,
loon.
yeah. Yes,
The
13.
cover of this book is dubious.
Oh,
Yep.
Can I
Acrimonious.
Can I make an
a
actual,
Am I into it?
perception check about
king check?
What?
I said, am I into it?
No.
14. I might be.
I mean, you're very nosy, so maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, so basically, like in
He can't
the
tell you.
sketchy book, the sketchbook as it were, I do have an area for like specific locks, and it's just adding what I've kind of tinkered around with in there. Would I be able to take a few minutes to kind of think about it?
You
Or
can.
should we
It just increases the
kick
DC to try it again.
Should we just kick it open?
It's up to you. You can try it
I'll
again.
try it
You
one
didn't
more
break
time.
the lock. It just increases the DC by
I'll
a
try
little
it
bit
one
to do
more
again.
Hey, 22.
Yeah, much easier this time. You go back in, kind of remembering what you did before, and trying to like maybe I tried to like and
I go to like write notes and then I realize, oh yeah, bad guys. So I just like stuff it back down real quick and yep.
Can I like
Stuff
just
it down.
as you like unlocks the
Deal
door?
with
I'm
it
like,
later.
I have a sudden urge to get out the way, and I like put my back against the wall with the coffin, so I'm still in the center of the room.
you're still in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
Okay, so door opens.
Dark down there.
No. You step into what appears to be a simple kind of a simple room. The walls kind of carved underground, essentially. Everything built out of the stone. There appears to be some tables, a few chairs, kind of set off to one side. There's a couple of lanterns and sconces that are all kind of set into the walls themselves, giving off a little bit of a light. There is a small table over in one area with a fire kind of burning in a small kind of alcove that they carved out of the wall. Yeah, it appears to be a place that is lived in currently.
is it empty?
It is empty right now,
Humans?
yes.
Or
There's no individuals in here right now.
is there any other entrance or exit?
There does seem to be another door off in the far corner. Actually, 2 doors. Sorry, my mistake. There's a door off in the far corner, and there's another door just to the left of this door that you guys walked in.
I'm gonna say in his head,
You take one, I'll take the other.
Beeline it.
then
Other side?
motion to everyone else to keep an eye. Two more on each door.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll go on one, sure.
Seems like the stake in has happened.
So you guys are heading to the doors?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing?
I test my door on the far side.
Okay. Test to see if it's open.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
Okay, cool.
I'm gonna look for traps.
Make a investigation check or a perception check, your choice.
I try to very like slowly and surreptitiously open my door and kind of peer through.
Slightly open it. Take a look. Make a perception check for me.
21.
21 does not appear to be trapped.
I open it.
7.
7. Doesn't look at anything on the other side. You open your door. It is also unlocked. Opening your door opens up. You can see. What are you doing?
So there's like open the door and there's just some guy with a crossbow.
Just like pointing at his face. Yeah.
But not trapped though.
Open the door. This appears to be
What's your AC though?
another kind of like open room. This time it's got a couple bunks on one side. There appears to be kind of like there's several kind of like receded areas in this one, so it's a little bit bigger with a couple of smaller kind of rooms offset to the sides. There's bunks on one area. There's like bedrolls set over. There's a much larger kind of like encaged fire near the middle of this place that kind of is giving off a light to the majority of it, with the small magical lights all set into the alcoves. There appears to be two alcoves on this side. Both of them are draped with fabrics of different kinds to kind of like section them off and give them a little bit of privacy, as it were. This room is also empty.
Where does the fire vent?
Strangely, it doesn't.
Magic fire.
I'm gonna like peek out the door where I can see him. I'm guessing it's within 30 feet, and just like
yeah, close enough.
Give him a picture of the room.
So you're looking at you're opening your door at this point too. Mm-hmm. So as you're coming around and looking, what you see is this: you open your door and are immediately greeted by a metal foot to the chest.
Fuck!
There it is. There it is.
Natural 20.
Woo!
That sucks.
Natural 20.
Did I mention I cast False Life on myself?
10 points of bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Fuck.
As I was witnessing this, okay.
So Metalfoot?
And
metal.
Fail, that's fine.
That was a steel toe
5.
boo, you know.
So you go flying, basically.
Nailed it. Great.
So as he opens the door and kind of like glances in and then glances back at you guys, you look back in and are immediately met by a metal foot that boom, goes into your chest. You go flying about 10 feet back, boom, on the ground.
Damn.
You peek your head around to watch him go flying as he hits the ground. And as you kind of like recoil, like trying to get your air back, you can see standing in the doorway is the metal body of an automaton, but setting inside it, kind of putting their body inside of it, is this ugly bald-headed guy who goes, "What the hell are you doing in my cave?" And that's what we're going to pick up next time.
I'm going to call bullshit.
You can keep your initiative. I saw it, Liz.
You rolled initiative before I said to roll initiative?
Yes, sure did.
Liz!
And I will also
right,
say, I had my rifle up, ready to
You rolled
do
a 7
something.
on your perception check. That's the only reason.
You
Rolled a 7 on your perception check. That's the only reason.
I don't know how I
It's the
feel about
only
that.
reason.
I rolled a perception check.
You said you just wanted to peek in, and so you rolled a 7. That's the only reason I
I
did
rolled
that.
a 16.
That's the only reason.
We're fighting
Peeking in
crime.
is like
Can I shoot him?
this. Not like I'm going to swing the door wide so something can blast
But you
me
didn't
and
see.
take out 2/3 of my hit
Pretty cool.
points.
Pretty cool hit.
There you go.
Pretty cool hit.
What did you roll? An 18. Okay. All right. So go ahead and save that then, I guess, if you want to use that. Or I'll make you reroll it next
So
week.
you
We'll
said
see.
you said the English.
Be nice.
got
You
your back,
rolled
bro.
something good.
I know.
You said
I
the
got your
language.
back, bro.
I'm so
What were you
excited.
doing? What were you about to do? You said you were going to do something.
Oh yeah,
that happened.
as like cast over him as he flies past with the boot to the chest. Frost directly at the bald man.
Oh, okay. So you're going to.
I mean,
All
I
right.
feel
Yeah,
we
we'll
can
get
beat
to
this
that.
guy in
We'll get to
20
that.
minutes.
Well, we'll see.
Well, there might be more.
Yeah, I think we'll see means exactly that. There's more to
Yeah,
this.
it's entirely possible that I think you guys are going to be in 20 minutes. So I'm like, we'll see. But, all right, well, we'll figure out what happens next week. Thank you guys for playing, and thank you all for listening. We will see you guys next time, and remember, I have no funny way to end this.
Deuces wild.
Wooka 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 wooka.
That was like
Not
2
that.
campaigns ago.
Yeah, we're ending it there.
Always say don't tell me.
Thanks for listening to the Wild Magic School Bus. I hope you had as much fun listening as we did making this for you. You can catch new episodes every Monday on whatever podcasting platform you use. While you're there, leave us a review if you want. It actually helps us out. And we've got socials too. You can follow us on Reddit at r/WildMagicSchoolBus, send us a subtweet at WildMagicSchoolBusPod, or follow our Instagram at WildMagicPod. Either way, stop by and say hello. We're always happy to meet new friends. See you next time.
Oh my
he's with
gosh,
me.
have we ever
you
brought
seen
up the
Rocky-
fact that you would be
Rocky-
an amazing Frankenfurter?
What is Frankenfurter?
He actually would be a very
Wouldn't
good
he be?
What is?
Frankenfurter.
Okay, guys, I don't want to Google it.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, what's his,
Transsexual
oh, Tim Curry.
Yeah.
from Transylvania.
I've never seen that, but I do love Tim Curry.
Oh,
I'm open
well
to it.
worth it.
It's crazy.
Also,
It's so
seeing it live is also very great.